I'm back. Through which one? Through the other stream. Okay. And you can see pulling. Got it. I'm in a commercial. I see it now. 40. Well, mine says 39 seconds. Now I see. Yep, got it. I like it.
What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing today? I got some stuff I'm working on. So I've got a dual rail kit. Whoop! I just lost one of the things for my Anycubic Photon. And the reason there was a little delay is I was trying to get StreamYards working, but StreamYards wasn't working. I was trying to get another solution working. So I'm going to try something else today. Let's see if I can bring in Jim right here from the Edge of Tech. Let me see. Let me go ahead and edit this transform here. Can I crop this? Crop right? Let me see. Let me if I just crop like 50 pixels here. Let me see. It's kind of off the cusp here.
We're making it happen.
I know, right?
I like it.
Edit, transform. Why is this not?
How's it going, everybody?
Can everybody hear Jim? I'm trying to see position size.
Twice in one day. True story. So I got done with Tony, and we had an awesome stream earlier. And I was going to work on this CR10 V2, and I chatted Tim to see what he was up to. And he's like, hey, I'm going to go live. And I said, can I crash your stream? I mean, naturally. I think I commanded it. No.
Let me see. I'm trying to figure out.
Oh.
I know, right?
Oh.
So here's the thing. There's a thing in OBS here where I can transform. Is there a way to crop? I think I hold. Do I hold control? No, that's not it. Is it C? There's a way. I'm trying to crop this down so I don't see as much of the image because you're on my TV and I'm capturing the TV's display here. Crop Streamlabs OBS. So this would be nice because like, oh, hold down the Alt key. Okay, let's try this. Hold down the Alt key. Oh, there we go. That's exactly what I wanted to do. Crop out some of your video here.
Doing some prints. So I'm working on my CR10 V2, and I got to replace the stepper motors that were bad. I put some in, but they were a little big, and so they were just a little taller than the stock ones. It's not bad. It's not hurting anything. It's just I got new ones and I can replace them. But the bigger issue is I was getting complete clogs, and I found out why. It's because I got this here Bowden coupler,
and the spring was broken.
What was that?
The spring was broken.
Yeah. So when I built this on the live stream, I replaced it right away with a tough tube and new couplers. And this spring just happened to be broken, so it was releasing the PTFE tube out of the hot end.
You should definitely like go and kick that guy in the balls who sold you that.
What was that?
You should definitely go kick that guy in the balls who he'll do that.
Yeah, I'm putting in a warranty claim now. So let's
Did
see.
anybody catch who the special guest was by the thumbnail? Did you guys catch the little Easter egg in the thumbnail for the video here?
I like it. It was the hidden special guest.
I know, right?
Let's see. I'm trying to remember where I have to go. Oh, right here. So this, let's see if I can show it.
You should be able to share your desktop. There you go.
There we go.
Yeah, you can
This
change
is
your
what
colors.
I'm showing now, and or I don't know what you're seeing, but there we go. So that's what I'm getting now after I replaced a stupid little Bowden coupler. Not bad. I would almost call that layer porn. It's just not. Well, let me look. Nah, it's not quite there, but it's close.
It's good
But
enough
I
for
mean,
government work.
it looks not bad for this stream.
I mean, this is we have a little bit lower expectations here on these streams. I'm just saying.
Right. Here we go.
So you guys will be glad to know, though. Let me switch over to my camera here. There we go. Sorry, I got all these. So I'm eventually going to sit down one of these days with Jim and get this working so we can stream like this instead of using StreamYards, because StreamYards
Right.
is only 720p. Where this is pretty good quality because I just basically throw Jim up on my TV up here, and then I'd have OBS capture that as a video input. But let me switch over to mine here. So if you guys saw the stream where I was resurrecting my CR10, like original CR10 that I gutted and fixed, I upgraded to all hell when I got it. So this is a Benchy in PET G that came off of it today at 60 millimeters a second. So I'd say she's printing pretty darn well. This is just some cheap inland PET G that I had laying around. So, and I marked it on the bottom, none, because I'm testing if the 2208s, so I ended up taking the DRV 8825s off, and I put the 2208s on, because I had some from, it was Arion or something, but I've had them sitting for a while, and I was going to see if they were any good, because I do like the water out ones that we sell, but they seem okay, so I put them on here, and I'm playing with them, and I'm just testing, like, I've got, so the printer actually had smoothers on it because of the DRV 8825s, so I left them on when I rehooked it up. You can actually see it actually introduced some salmon skin, like having the smoothers hooked up on the 2208s. So the print that just finished now is actually the 2208s with the step stick protectors, which are like stepper smoothers, except they go directly underneath the stepper driver because they're socket. So they're a little easier to install. And I'm just curious to see, because these are the smoothers that are on here are not even the ones that we sold. That's how old this machine is. They were the 4 diode ones. But this just came off here. And I don't think I see a difference between having the smoothers and not having the smoothers.
I just realized you threw me back on the screen while I was over playing with the other printer.
I'm just looking at these closer up here. I don't really see a difference between the two, to be completely honest. So it's good to know that they don't benefit. So the one in this hand is the one without any smoothers and the 2208s. And the one in this hand is the one that just came off, and this is with the step stick protectors, which do have diodes on them to act like smoothers. But the benefit of them is it actually prevents from when you guys move your motors when the machine is off or the motors are disengaged, to prevent the voltage from backfeeding into the rest of the system. So I'm probably going to leave them on there just so I have that protection. But print quality wise, I mean, I don't really see anything. Like I shouldn't, I'm not even going to look that hard, because if I don't see anything at first glance, then it's not, you know, anything that's needed for print quality. But I am going to leave them on there just to protect the rest of the components from anything possibly backfeeding into the system. So I'm just going to mark this so I know. On the bottom, let's see, DS for direct smoothers. And
that looks good, man.
Yeah, and this is Pet G. Pet G's a pain in the ass.
Right. I
Um,
gotta I gotta buckle. I gotta dial one in for the wall plates for my garage. I'm gonna print in carbon fiber PETG, and um, that'll be a lot of fun. But I haven't played with PetG yet, so we'll find out how it goes.
I'm gonna do a fun video with that printer now that's running, showing the flow rate on the standard brass nozzle that's in there versus the new copper ones that we have, and it's gonna be crazy because that's got a 50-watt heater in it too.
Nice.
And
So
then Jim and I also have the same beer tonight.
true story. Bill Blight, I believe, is his name. Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's in here.
Let's see. Bill Blight. He said just started printing 2 weeks ago and now already addicted. Sweet man, welcome to the club.
We have meetings
And
every week on this
yeah,
channel and Jim's channel.
my name is Jim, and I'm a alcoholic. Not really, but I'm a 3D printaholic.
It's not a problem till you get like, at least in Wisconsin, it's not a problem till you get like your third or fourth DUI.
Yeah. Uh-oh, Matt's in here. What's up?
All right, I'm trying to see how I can layer my cameras. There's so many cameras. I'm
So many
sitting.
cameras.
I'm only sitting at like 15% CPU usage, so that's not bad.
Nice.
Let me shrink my head down here a little bit.
Chris Travis, like spotted cow. Nice. So I ran over to the liquor store earlier while I was talking to Tim. I said, I'm going to run to the liquor store and grab some Guinness. It was like 7:45. I left, and it's like 2-minute drive away, and they're closed already. So I went across the street to the gas station, and they had spotted cow, so I took it.
I mean, that works. So
Yeah.
how much of Jim do we want to see? I mean, I guess I can put it.
Shrink me as much as
I'm
you
like,
need.
I feel like this is like, what was that show?
Hollywood Squares.
Yeah.
I feel like it's Tetris.
Dude, yeah, trying to fit. How many video sources can I fit in this one shot?
Right.
So, because this is the camera that's going to show you guys everything that's going on. Now, is this big enough so we can still see Jim and me, and you guys can still see what I'm going on over here?
Do what you got to do.
I can always push Jim over here and shrink my head down here. This is a work in progress. Okay, it's our first stream, literally the first stream doing something like this where I'm
right.
pulling in. This is kind of off the cusp. I was like, you know what? Let's try just doing this without Streamlabs because it works okay, but
So I just ordered that silicone mat earlier. That was a good one. Thank you for telling me about it.
So I'm gonna be doing a video on different because I'm getting more into resin printing. I've had this Photon for over a year now. So if you notice, I actually have. I'll go over some of the stuff. So, but what I want to talk about is this is an Amazon Basics pet, like a pet food mat, but it's silicone. So none of the stuff should stick to it. The resin shouldn't stick to it. And if we look over here, where the printers actually sit, I have another brand of mat I got on Amazon, which is also linked below. I think it was like $14. And I can fit both my printers side by side and still have a work area over there. And I also have the Wham Bam Slap mat. So I'm going to be doing some testing between these mats and the Wham Bam mat just to see like what the quality difference is. The Amazon Basics one is definitely thin, but it's thick enough to prevent stuff from going through. That one over there, which is the one that's in the video description that says like with lip, that one's definitely a little bit more like thick compared to the Amazon one. So if I had to recommend one right now, I literally just opened them today. I'd probably say go with the other one that's linked, the one with that lip. But this is still not a bad deal because I think this one's a little cheaper, the Amazon one. So I have this down. Now, one thing I want to say is when you guys are working with resin, you should always have gloves on. What I'm going to do, now this has already been cleaned. As you can see here, I got a hole in the FEP film and I just kind of tore it open. So I'm going to replace the FEP film and show you guys how to do that. But I'm also going to go, before I start any work on this, I'm going to go through and clean this out. So when I'm working on here, I'm not going to get any uncured resin on my hands. So I'm going to put some gloves on and then clean this out. And I've got, I buy from this company here, Florida Laboratories Incorporated. You can get them on Amazon. You can buy like a gallon, so 4 of these for like $25. If you're getting into resin printing, you're going to want to get a good source to buy bulk isopropyl alcohol, and it has to be 99% purity. So, Jim, you ready for the exam?
Yep. All I heard was blah 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 blah. Drink your beer. I got my gloves.
I think I'll be fine as long as I don't touch. If even if there's resin on the gloves, as long as I don't touch the top of the beer with the gloves that might have resin on them, I'll be fine.
I think I'm going to shut this printer down. It printed a pretty good first layer, and I believe it's time to upgrade this with some good firmware.
There you go. So I'm gonna go over what I've already done to this Photon.
Sweet.
So, you can see here, this is a printed. I did this on my FDM. This is a printed back panel that's got a network jack because the board that comes in these, at least the one that I bought, the older ones. Jim, you have one of the newer ones, don't you?
Well, mine was purchased in July, so I'm not sure. I should probably pull it off and find out.
So if you take your back panel off, you can peek in. There's a little network jack, and there's an STL file you can find on Thingiverse if you search Photon Network. And there's a network jack on this motherboard that was unutilized. Well, there's a group online called Photonsters, Photon.
Right.
STERS, and they have a firmware and a tool, so I can actually send G-code, or not G-code, but they're sliced files over the network to this, to its USB port.
Nice.
So that's one modification I did to this. Now, the first gen Photons, you kind of got shafted on. So this literally, I bought this the first week this came out. It's been printing great. The only thing is where I have this sitting is right below a window. Well, the panels that came in these first gen ones didn't actually block UV light. So the problem was I started to print, and I found this out because I started to print at night. In the morning, the whole vat of resin was cured because the sun came in and cured the whole thing. So my buddy Joe from Project R3D, he lives about 25 minutes from me, and he's got a CNC cutter. And this is HDPE, which he actually uses to cut panels for the rail cores. So he's got all these cutoffs. So some guy actually made all the DXF drawings for these panels, and
Sweet.
you can see I now have just completely blacked out panels on all the sides, so I don't ever have to worry about UV light getting in here. So this
Awesome.
is how this printer's been sitting like this. So this is a little hack I found. The resin smells pretty bad. These little Louise things, these are activated charcoal filters for like putting in your fridge. These really cut down on the odor, and they're very cheap. You can get like 6 or 7 of these for like, I don't know, $10. These work great. So I just stick them back in the corner on top of the cooling or the exhaust fan over here, and it cuts down on the odor. Okay.
Awesome.
If you see here, so this is I actually cleaned this off. I'm going to wipe this down one more time. But if you see here, I have the resin vat out. I put a towel down on here so the resin doesn't get on the screen. Now, if you notice here, this is something a lot of guys do. I might have to reapply it. But the problem with these is that if you get a hole in your film, which I did, it can get underneath the LCD screen, okay, and then break stuff. And so what the guys do, and I think I put this on with a little too much strain, but it'll hold it down once the vat is in here. You put Kapton tape around the whole edge so the resin can't get behind the LCD screen and ruin it. So that's another little modification I did to this. So what we're doing today is I'm going to clean this out real quick, just wipe everything down, and I'm removing this whole upright. And I have a whole new dual linear rail system for this because if you see here, do you guys see the play in this?
Right.
It'll totally get rid of all that play. And it wasn't cheap. I think it was about $150. I did link it in the description. It's actually not even an affiliate link. I just found the guy through one of the Photon groups. But it's all really well made, really high quality linear rails. So,
sweet.
One guy says I'm using Mean Green recommended by Uncle Jesse. It does work better than IPA without the fumes. Just don't forget to rinse them. Okay. Yeah, I use IPA for everything, so I can clean out this whole interior of this machine. Just IPA. It's not going to hurt the screen. It's It's not going to hurt any of this stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and take this out here. And don't be like that idiot that poured resin on his leg just to prove that he wasn't sensitive to it. Sensitivity to resin is a very real thing. So treat it with respect. So
For sure.
I'm just wiping. I actually wiped this down earlier before the stream, but I'm wiping this down again just so.
Larry Hall says, Tim, are you having a beer for $10 tonight?
I mean, sure. I got like 2 more 6-packs in the fridge, so.
Oh, curmudgeon, how you doing?
So here we go. I'm just cleaning this off. I want to make sure I get any little bit of resin out of here, so that way I can handle this without having the gloves on.
WFO Rider, have a good one, man.
Take it easy, man.
I'll watch the chat while you're doing that.
Okay.
I'm actually compiling my firmware too, so.
Ooh. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to reapply this Photon tape here because I apparently didn't get it that well, and if it's coming up, it's probably not going to work that well. So let me take this off.
There was actually a really good video. I saw it today. I'm not sure when it was posted. There's a guy out there. There's someone out there basically selling a. Let me see what this looks like. It's like a vinyl, and it's kind of like a sticky vinyl, and it actually goes over exactly what you just Kaptoned, but it's already cut to that size.
Yeah, I just realized Noah's in the chat. He's one of our shop guys. He's like, I hate when Tim drinks and doesn't invite his shop team. You're also 18, so.
There's that.
He's just a baby.
We're representing the spotted cow.
I know. So Photon tape is just like this orangish colored tape. I'm gonna wipe down the rest of this so I can work in here without having gloves on. I don't think I've ever had any spills inside this machine, but I'm just wiping it down just to be on the safe side. Because the thing is, this is kept closed, so any resin that would be in here is not going to be cured. So
which board do I choose on the CR10 V2?
The 2560, like it says in the directions.
Okay. Same thing.
Look right above where you uncomment that. What does it say? Read it to me.
We don't ask directions when we have the boss in the house.
Your wife's not here. I don't.
Touche.
All right. So the reason I'm dusting off these resin machines is because Aaron wants me to do a print for one of his relatives. So I was like, well, I got to do some upgrades on here. Might as well just get this all out of the way now and just be done with it. All right, so this is all pretty clean.
Well, crap.
Now, when you take your guys' gloves off, pull them inside out, okay? Just like that. There we go. All right. So I got some Photon tape. This made an appearance in my other video when I was working on the CR10 that I just got running in. Except this time I'm going to use scissors to cut it, so it's a little bit nicer. So all I'm going to do is go over the edges of the screen here. Oh no. Let me cap up my IPA here.
Nice. I suppose.
You know, there was a guy. I'm waiting for someone to like post in one of the groups when someone tells him to clean it with IPA, and he takes like beer.
Tyler West is in the house.
Oh boy. And demonetized.
I think we were demonetized when we were drinking the beer, right?
Oh yeah, if you're under 13, get the fuck out of here. Hashtag COPA or whatever the hell it's called. Hashtag parents don't watch their fucking kids on YouTube.
Right.
Going over the LCD a little here.
Hashtag I think I have to install drivers, apparently.
Do you?
Yeah, it's not picking up on my. It's not picking up the printer.
Have you ever hooked the printer up to that computer before?
Not this printer.
Yeah, it's probably got a different driver.
Uh, well, is it the CH340
I think that's a
or the
232.
232? Huh?
232R. So when you guys are putting this on, you want to make sure you don't cover up the screen itself. It's hard to see on here, but if you look dead on at it, you will see there's like a slight outline where the actual screen is and where the bezel is. So you want to put the cap on the bezel, not the screen, because you'll affect the print quality if you put it on the screen.
What's up, Tyler? What if I have kids in the background? Does that count?
Now, what I don't get, so the whole thing with this YouTube thing is literally they're putting it on the creators because YouTube was collecting data when they shouldn't have been. Like, that's the shitty part. Like, it's not enough that YouTube takes, like, you know, a huge cut of what revenue the channels make. Because, like, let's be honest, without people making content, YouTube doesn't make money, you know? So, but this whole thing with the COPA thing is I'm basically putting all the responsibility on the creators because they just don't want to take responsibility for the fact that they were ones collecting data on people that they shouldn't have
Right.
been. Because I'm not collecting data on 13-year-olds. You know, like none of the other channels were. YouTube and their ad policies and their programs and their Skynet-powered bots were. Oh, look at that. It's beautiful. So you want to just make sure you get a nice, good seal around this because this will save you a $100 LCD replacement. You know, a little $20 roll of Photon tape. So.
Right.
Better be safe than sorry. Because I almost lost an LCD to a resin leak when I found the hole in my FEP film. So then I was looking online. A lot of guys are like, yeah, I just put some Photon tape. I was like, that's a good idea. And I have some sitting here. So.
Oh, it just happens to be right here.
I know. I just happened. You know, just grab your Photon tape. It's just a standard household item. You know, just. I'm sure packing tape would probably do in a pinch. But
so you said you think this is the FT232R?
Yeah, I believe so. I mean, I've looked at that board like a total of 1 times when I opened it.
I'm just trying to go through your driver stuff and see how do I install it.
Well, usually Windows will just auto install it.
That's what I thought too, but apparently this
Check
is
device manager.
I'm there. I don't see anything silly, but I also don't see it showing up on a port.
All
Oh,
right.
you know what? Hang on. No, that shouldn't matter.
All right, so we'll do the Z replacement first, and then I'll show you guys how to swap the film. So I actually have a couple things I print on my FDMs. This is a cover for the vat. So you can put this over it when you're not printing to keep crap out of the resin that's in the vat.
All right.
And this is actually a printed spacer that is used to set the pressure for the FEP film. Jim, I just lost your video.
You did?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
What'd you do?
Oh, you know, messing with shit. Am I back?
And this is FEP film.
Dang it.
You are not back.
Maybe it's better that way.
You're just like a little circle that's emanating rings of audio. Oh, Tyler's got it.
How about now?
Nope. I know, interneting is hard for you, Jim.
How about now?
Nope. Yeah, you definitely. I lost your video. Try disabling and re-enabling it.
Weird.
All right, so let's see here. This includes, for installation instructions, please see the YouTube. All right, so we're gonna have to go to a YouTube video. So we unbox this bad boy. I think this was like $150. This cost like right now. I think these printers are only like. There you go. You're back.
Woo-hoo.
I think this printer's like $350. So this is about half the price of the printer. This is hefty. It's a hefty boy.
Nice.
There's nothing else in the package. This came from the UK too. The guy that makes this in the UK, and I paid for this with my own money. All right, what do we got in here? I actually haven't even opened this up. Probably should have opened that up when I got it. Looks like we got some grease in a tube.
It's a grease in the tube.
An anti-backlash nut. So, let's see, does this... Okay. Pretty choochy spring on that sucker, too. And then, ooh, yeah. Look at that linear rail goodness. And you don't want to pull these off. So if I pull this all the way off, it could screw stuff up. But there's like... there's like no play in this whatsoever. Holy crap. This is skookum as frig.
Mr. Buttram, need to call him the Edge of Tech less. That's a true story.
All right, so I'm going to pull up the installation video for this product. Let me see, where's my screen? So it's going to go over Jim's head.
Do it.
Just like pretty much everything else I say.
Ha! I'll catch it with my hair that you don't have. Oh.
Yeah, that's not hard. It's okay. If you saw my brother, you would consider yourself fortunate if you were me.
I did.
my not Doug.
Oh, not Doug.
My my brother Jeff. He's like to the point where like, bro, just shave it. Like that's how bad it is. I'm not even joking. All right, let's see what's involved in.
What is going on?
Setting this up here. Yeah, so this is what we're doing. We're going from this to this. So I'm going to skim through this and see.
Interesting.
Okay, so I need a couple of Allen keys. I got that.
Yeah, because I got
saying to cover the screen.
I got power to the board. I mean, it's glowing and the machine's off.
You know what? I'm going to cut a piece of the spotted cow cardboard off to protect the screen.
Nice.
How's that?
That sounds boss.
How much you want to bet he put that in there after somebody was replacing it with his kit and then busted their screen and then yelled at him?
Maybe.
I feel like that would be the course of events that would lead him to do that. Oh, look at that. The side of a new Glarus fits great right here.
All right.
There we go. So what does he want me to do? He wants me to take that off of there. Okay. So I think a 4 mil should do. On here. Is that 4? Looks like a 4. That's a 4. All right. Let's see here.
Take that.
Stepping motor rod and lead screw. Okay, so he's saying to release the lead screw. Now what are we doing? We're just going to angle that out of there. I see. I was going down in there because there's the nut that's on those. That makes sense. Okay, so I'm going to pause that right there till I get caught up with where he's at.
Nice.
Kyle Davis downloaded $2 for their super chat. Some beer money and no 13-year-olds.
Thanks, Kyle Davis.
All right, I'm going to switch back over to Jim.
Hey, Tyler. This is for you, man. A little spotted cow for you.
There we go. Cheers, Jim.
Cheers. Send
All
some
right.
there, he said.
Did he take the top lid off of the printer?
Maybe.
Yeah, let me pull the video back up, which it's on the same screen you are, so your head's going to go bye-bye.
That's okay, do it. I'm still trying to figure out why this won't connect.
Okay, so he went and did he do something in the bottom here? He took the back plate off for some reason, so he took those off. He spun it around. He took the cover off. Okay, so he then says do that. Okay, he's just doing that to show.
There's
What's
a
going
hell
on
of a
there?
delay. Not or just for OBS, not chat. That's what Tyler said.
I don't know what that means. Just for OBS, not chat.
I'm not sure.
Like what does that mean?
Maybe Tyler's drinking again.
I mean, Tyler's like a pro. Tyler would do great up in Wisconsin.
Vape them if you got them, Bill Blight said.
I had some guys on the last stream send me some good recommendations for some juice. I'm gonna have to check that out. Oh, there we go.
Oh, took about a minute and a half for the chat donation to show up, but it was in 10 seconds. I see what he's saying.
Oh, yeah, because he saw the thing come through. Got it.
Yeah, your chat in OBS.
Gotcha.
Oh, let's see.
Oh man, look at how much play there is in this. Jesus.
I'm
See
pretty
that in
sure
that lead screw? Look at that.
Com1. Say what?
I actually have stuff to make my own juice. I just am lazy. Actually, I shouldn't say I'm lazy. I've got a lot of stuff going on.
I don't think this is going to work, but we're going to try it.
Is that what she said?
Yep. Well, I don't see any COM ports. Yeah, I didn't think so.
Are you? Did you try a new USB cable? You ever think maybe your USB cable's just pooched?
It could be It could be. But it's funny because the screen is lit up and the printer's off. So it booted up.
Well, go to Device Manager. Aren't you,
know
an
what?
IT guy?
I wonder if I have to have the SD card out.
No, you don't.
I
I
don't.
thought you're an IT guy. Check your Device Manager.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to replace the cable and see. Because as soon as I plug it in, it boots up.
Unless that's well, I just saw some. Oh, you know what? Plug it into another computer. Do you got another laptop laying around? I wonder if you're running out of USB resources because you got your camera and stuff going. You got 2 cameras, and I don't know if I told you, but I've got like 3 USB controllers, like PCI Express cards in my computer, because as I started adding more cameras and mics and stuff, I ran out of resources on my USB controller, and stuff would just start dropping out randomly.
crazy.
Yeah.
Like I said, what's weird is the printer's lighting up and everything.
Right, it's getting power. That's not going to prevent it from getting power.
That's true.
All right, so that's off. Ooh, there's a lot of...
Well, you know what? It could be the cord because I snagged this cord from my Wise Cam.
That's probably power only.
Yeah, I bet you it's power only. I didn't think of it till right now.
Come on, Jim. This
I
is
know.
Rookie hour.
Don't mind me. You don't have to put me back on the screen because I'll be right back. Let's see who's talking to me. Tyler West says I need to upgrade from Windows 98, but it's so stable.
Get Bill Gates in here.
Mac, if I was watching chat, I would have seen your chat that said it could be a power only USB cord. Yes, you're right.
Jim, are you sure you do IT for your day job?
Yeah, it was the closest one I had. And I've been looking around my house. What's so funny is they changed the cord on this, which is great. I don't know if I have many of these cords laying around because I switched to USB-C.
Well, look at you, Mr. Fancy Pants.
Uh-huh.
I've got USB-C.
Try powering up the system. Good point.
I've got USB-C because I'm Mr. Moneybags over here.
It killed the cam when you pulled the cord.
Yeah, so it sounds like you're having a USB controller resource issue.
Oh, I bet you're right.
I know I'm right because do you know how much time I've spent? Like, I literally have a, where is it? It's in my other drawer over here. I have a 4-port USB PCI Express controller card that's got 4 USB 3 ports, and each port has its own controller chip on it. And it was like an $80 card, and it died on me, and they replaced it. But I ended up putting a couple of cheaper single ones in until I could find or till I could get the replacement from the manufacturer. But yeah, USB controllers, you can only have so many devices plugged in. You can chain like 100 some devices, right. But for example, like my webcam has like 3 different devices and pulls like 5 different resources. So you have only so many resources per USB controller, and once you run out of those, it just starts dropping shit.
I love it. Midnight Ninja says, "Like a good bra, I support you," and he gave you $5.
I appreciate that, Noah.
Also, someone said every time I pulled a cable out of the printer, my camera went down.
Yeah, it's USB resources.
So touche on that. Nice job. It could be a shitty cord too.
Yeah. Yeah, so Bill Blight. I have the one from StarTech, and one of the ports died on it after about a year. And I've got a couple of Chinese ones in here that actually pull power from the PCI Express bus, and they've been working pretty great. But I have the other one as a backup. But if you guys are running enough devices, okay, at one time, it does actually get to be a problem where you're running out of resources, and it's like something you don't think of until you're doing stuff like I am, like where you're streaming and you got a million. Like I've got 4 different microphones plugged into this: my wireless headset, my main cam, my auxiliary cam, my scope, my stream deck. There's a million devices plugged in underneath here. I got a couple of hubs here, so and this is actually running off. I told you guys I got this working stably because I actually have ports on my motherboard that I can boost the voltage, so it compensates for the voltage drop going over the longer USB-C cable. All right. Let's see what else. So I took the end stop off. I'm assuming I'm going to take that lead screw nut off. What is he taking off? Oh, he's taking the tower off. Okay. So he's taking these 4 screws right here off. So I put the rails over here so I don't screw them up and lose any balls. Let me take my rear cover off. Let me grab my... Got enough screws here to where I'm worried about losing some, so in the screw retainer they go.
Ooh. All right.
Installed Octo screen on my Octopi sub. I plug in a camera. Yeah, you're probably pulling too much power for your power supply. Are you actually using a power supply or are you using a phone charger? Because you need to use a power supply with a Raspberry Pi, not a phone charger.
Like hey, Tim, can you see my camera currently or no?
Yeah, I can. Let me pull you back up.
All
right.
You can leave it like that. That's fine. I'm just curious if I plug this in, if it does the same thing. I grabbed a different cord.
Okay.
I actually found
one. They can see you. The peasants watching can see you.
Oh boy. That's dangerous. They saw me for like 4 hours early today.
Yeah, if anybody wants or needs the panels cut for their Photon, I think Joe said he'd do them for like $30. So
sweet.
Just let me know and I can hit him up and then get him over to me and then we can ship them out.
Let's see. Here we go. Oh, did it drop me? It didn't drop me.
Did you're locked up on my end?
What?
Yep.
You're locked up.
Am I locked up?
I'm just messing with you.
You know, Jim, with all that YouTube money you're making, I'm surprised you don't have a better computer setup.
That's a good one.
All those 13-year-olds you're making money
Too
from.
funny.
I'm just not gonna touch his because once he
Hey.
like resets his, like change your camera to another camera and then change back.
That's what I'm doing. Wait.
Have you
Am I
tried
back?
turning it off and on again?
Hey, look! All I did was, it's funny because it's Google because it keeps muting my camera. Am I back now?
Yeah, you are. David Leto, do not put your Z offset in your firmware. Use it in EEPROM.
So it actually is. They're both plugged in now, so I'm good. And for those watching at home, I went into the config.h file of the wonderful TH3D United firmware. I've heard
that crap breaks people's printers.
Yeah, I don't know the guy who does it, but Jesus,
he's an idiot.
But I went down to line 191, which is defined CR10_V2, which is this printer right here.
Hey, look, it's gone.
And I compiled it to check it. It looks okay, just because I wanted to, and it wouldn't let me upload earlier. Now I am officially uploading, and we're going to see what happens. So fingers crossed. Let's see. I'm going to move this over to a different...
It helps when you do stuff correctly, Jim.
But it doesn't mean I do.
All right, well, you're getting replaced by this video so I can see what my next steps are. Look at me. I have a dick and I'm following instructions.
What?
It's amazing. Except YouTube's like sucking on this video.
So I'm going to my... There we go. Oh, it doesn't see it anyway, so you're good. I was trying to show the other camera where it would show the TH3D screen come up, but
you can reboot it.
The C930 sucks. So there's that.
Okay, so this guy his instructional video is halfway decent. Did I like miss the part because YouTube was lagging?
Well, look.
Okay, he took it out.
TH3D R2.18 currently. Now let's see what kind of crap this stuff lays down.
Isogen's asking, is there a difference between controlling acceleration jerk settings or firmware / Marlin versus Cura / Prusa? Well, if you're using our firmware will actually do things when those commands are sent. And the answer is no. If your slicer is sending acceleration and jerk changes, if you're using our firmware or any properly coded firmware, it will respond to those and make those changes. However, if you don't save to EEPROM, it will override them on the next restart. Personally, I don't like my slicer messing with my acceleration and my jerk because that's something my firmware should be handling, not my slicer. That's just my 2 cents here. All right, so he took the nut off. He wiped down his shaft. So let me wipe down my shaft. You guys ready for this? Hang on.
Whoa.
Ready?
He took the nut off and went down the shaft, huh?
Oh, I already took my nut off. Ready, guys? Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah.
So,
almost. Oh, it's all the way up. Oh, there we go.
Kyle Davis said last night, Drunk Tim updated some old code.
I didn't get drunk yet. I was surprised I didn't get drunk, to be honest, but I like kind of had a good, that's point where you're like feeling good, but you're still like 100% functional. Like that's where I was, but then I stopped drinking. So if I would have kept drinking, I would have gotten to that point where things would have got really interesting.
I'm sorry. I think I better test thermal runaway on this crappy firmware.
I know. I hear they disable it because they just have this disdain for people and just want everything to die in a fire.
Should I go get my sorry about that. I'm doing 3 things at once. Should I go get my fire extinguisher?
Is that an ANET? You know, I feel like I need to say something. We need to stop making jokes about ANET now, because they're one of the companies that are actually doing thermal runaway protection now in their firmware.
And they released their code.
Yeah, unlike Two Trees. Guess what, guys? Two Trees is in violation of the GPL. So in addition to their printers sucking more dick than a midget hooker, they're in violation of the GPL because I actually got the bin file from one of their reps for the board, and I used Binary Ninja, I think it's called, or Bin Ninja, something like that. It's basically a program that'll walk through a compiled binary file. And guess what? Embedded in there is Marlin. So I will not be showing any Two Trees machines on the channel. And I'm probably going to put that video back public instead of just unlisted. And I feel like the majority of people I've talked to who have gotten that machine have all said it sucked.
Yeah.
So I don't even feel bad. So
Let's
don't buy Two Trees machines, especially not the bluer. I also heard people though that even people that liked the Sapphire, they said that it had a lot of problems. I feel like, I don't know if it was you I was talking to about that, Jim, or someone else. Was it? Okay.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't heard a single person say they like the bluer. Like, I've been in their Facebook groups, and there's just people getting issues left and right. And the thing is, too, here's the messed up part. If they actually release a source code, I could have sat down and fixed a lot of the issues, but they're not. You know, and the fact that they don't even know how to set up a damn filament sensor, like really? So to put a backlash nut on, we actually sell ones for Crealities. This is the same kind of principle. You put the bottom piece on first. Oh, I have a video showing how to do that, but anyways, you put the bottom piece on first. You shove the top on. The spring on this one is pretty crazy. This is ridiculous. This is like overkill. The key is to get these lined up, these little grooves lined up here. Come on.
You have opened my world to a new thumbnail editor here.
Oh, Canva? You like that?
Yeah. Yep. How come there's a watermark? Oh, it's $1.
I don't have a watermark on mine. Maybe I got grandfathered in.
Oh, maybe. It's $1, I think it looks like. Let's see.
Oh no. Well, I know there's certain like images and templates that they do charge for. And I basically just use it as a quick editor instead of opening up like people are gonna laugh that actually know video or photo editors. I still use Adobe Fireworks. I got like a license from like 2012, and I know how to use that software, so I keep using it. I'm really sad that Adobe no longer supports it or makes updates for it.
Too funny.
Oh, hey, Aaron Booman's in
Six
here.
beers in 2 hours. I've had 6 beers in 2 hours, but Tim said I'm a pro. That's what Tyler said.
Yeah, that's like an average day for Tyler. If you guys ever go to an event and Tyler goes, "Hey, do you want a drink?" Just assume that you're probably not driving home or walking or anything. Let's see. Ensure dogs are engaged within a 0.5 and 0.25 millimeter gap. Do I have a gap? I don't even know if that's possible. Oh, this is a really fine pitch lead screw, so I guess that is possible. This thing's going to want to go flying when it gets to the point of the end here. Come on. All right, we got. So this is nice, anti-backlash nut. Nice little addition to the overall upgrade. You know, like, you know, $150 for a $350 printer. I paid $500 for it, but I was like, well, I already own it, so fuck it.
Right.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry. It was a beer. Made me burp.
I might have to go up and get one. I'm out.
Go, Jim. Go. Go.
While this is starting its first layer. So
Refuel.
I'm doing a first layer here. I used baby stepping, came down a hair.
Isn't baby stepping nice? Even if you don't have a sensor, it's like, it's so clutch.
Yeah, still not real good here. Either I don't have it low enough or something's going on here. Let's see. How
Tim,
low?
bring it up again and we'll vote on it. What are we voting on? Old Curmudgeon says, bring it up again and we'll vote. What are we talking about?
I don't know.
All right.
We're voting on something.
So now I took this part off the top of the stock
You burped.
Z thing.
You said you burped.
I'm trying not to. I don't mind being a little crass on my streams, but I'm trying not to be gross. I don't know. I feel like I was trying to think of like other guys that do like just very casual streams like this. I don't know. I like. I don't know. What you see is what you get with me. It was funny. I was talking to another guy that owns a 3D printing company in the community here, and he was telling me, I guess someone screwed him over, and he's like, you know what? Why is it that always the guys that are like super overly nice are always the ones that'll screw you behind your back? I was like, yeah, at least with me, you know what you're getting. Like, there's no surprises.
Touche.
All right. I know, right? It's like I'm consistently the same. I don't know. All right. This sucker is heavy. Holy shit.
All right.
All right. Now the trick is I got to move this around without dropping it so the rail doesn't slide off.
Maybe that'll be better. I'll be right back. I'm going to grab one more drink.
All right.
I'll let you watch
Go
this
get your native nectar.
first layer here.
You Wisconsinites know how to make some beer, though. I'll give you that.
A weird layer. I wonder if the flow was turned down on my slicer. I should look at that. Just a weird layer.
It's probably just that crap firmware you put on there that's screwing with it.
The what?
That crap firmware.
Yeah, right.
You're putting on there.
Well, it could be. It really could be the crap. It's the white Creality filament that comes with the Ender 5.
I mean, their filament's not terrible.
No?
I don't think so.
Maybe it's because I'm burning at 210.
210 should be good. You realize I print PLA at like 230 most of the times?
Like coax, I'm always up there. 220.
Yeah.
All right, I'll be right back.
Why are these not threading in? Try lining that up a little better, maybe. I'm aware you guys can't see much of what I'm doing, but neither can I. holes on this thing? Ah ha ha ha! I got one in. All right. There we go. I finally got it. I hate when I'm like poking around in the dark trying to find the hole. There we go. I was like, this guy seemed like he knew what he was doing and machined everything pretty well. That would be correct. Let's try to get my fingers up in here. $210, $215. Get your head out of the gutter, Brent. This is a family-friendly YouTube channel. That was sarcasm, by the way. These after-hour live streams where I'm just kind of screwing around with stuff. This is meant to be like very casual, informal, fun. Give you guys a glimpse into the life of the, you know, the YouTube famous like myself. Show you what a lavish life I lead. You know, I feel like I spend more time dicking around with these machines than actually using them than what they were intended for. Maybe the Chinese just have this ploy to continually take up all the smart people's time fixing their printers so then they can invade at some point. And we're all going to be playing with our Creality printers. And we're not even going to know it's coming.
It's just a shitty layer. What's up? I'm back.
Hey, you know how you fix shitty layers, Jim? You level your bed.
What'd you say?
I said, you know how you fix shitty layers? You level your bed.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you know how to do that?
Manually.
Doesn't leveling your bed suck? Like when I do a printer review, like I'm serious, like it is so painful when I'm doing a printer review and I have to manually level the bed. I'm like, oh my god.
No, it's just weird. I'm hoping this thing is not pulling out again. It doesn't feel like it is.
That's what she said.
Funny.
I couldn't resist.
That's a good one.
Just installed my Easy Board and Easy ABL Pro today.
Yeah, it's just because it was so easy.
You know, I was thinking about this. Here's the problem with, like, I'm not saying our stuff is perfect, but I'm saying our stuff is pretty damn simple to get going.
Yeah.
It's almost like a missed marketing opportunity because as you get people posting in the groups about the boards and, like, you know, the ones that are, like, poorly documented and stuff just doesn't work right out of the box, it's like giving that product more exposure. But the thing is, a lot of our customers don't have issues, so they're not, like, posting about the product and then it working. They just put it in and use it. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm missing I'm missing out on some marketing. Maybe I should like make the next thing not as perfect.
I like it.
Just like
so I think I should
slightly
stop.
Crappy.
Right. I think I should stop this print.
Yeah.
And print. Hey, John Mack's in the house. He just got a roll of coax sent to him.
I like coax. They're like specific colors I haven't had any issues with. It was only when we were buying in like bulk with them I had like occasional excuse me. Ooh, there we go. There's that burp. Old curmudgeon.
Everybody rate it. 1 to 10 in the chat. 1 to 10 in the chat.
Excuse me. Look at that. That is fucking solid. Holy shit. I'm pretty sure this is better built than the entire machine.
You've got
3,
a 7, 4,
6.9.
6.9. I give you a 2.
Yeah, it wasn't that impressive. I mean, press F in the chat if you want me to actually
Larry
belt
Hall,
it out.
7. Let's see. Yeah, you got Murph Green. Nice. So, I think I'm going to stop this and I'm gonna print a Tyler West calibration cube, the one he made for me.
Wait, is there? Did he make you one?
Yeah.
How drunk were you when you made that, Tyler?
He was busy. We'll just say that. I'm gonna raise my.
Tyler's the best. If you get him when he's been drinking, he's like, I love everything and I'll do whatever. Like, you're the man. I got you.
Tyler said, I was on a Ritalin high. He said, do it.
That would
Tyler
do it.
said he's gonna make me a, what was it? A maker coin.
I like maker coins.
Yeah, look at this. I told you it was a shitty layer.
Yeah, it's hard to see on the camera, but yeah.
Oh, here. Actually, sorry, I put it. Oh, I can't remember which camera's which here.
Jim, what if the whole reason I make bed leveling kits is so that people are then dependent on bed leveling kits and don't know how to level their beds anymore?
Well, here, I lowered it down. Oh shit, I'm dropping stuff. I lowered it down with my baby stepping, but
no Discord. Hey Jim, do you think we should include Discord in this? The only thing is I don't know how the audio would get to you for Discord.
This is for you.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Looks like a damn accordion or something. I don't even know.
Anybody want to jump in Discord? I can get some Discord going.
I don't know.
Or actually, if you guys want to jump, the easiest thing would be jump into Google Hangouts. I think I can start like a. Can I add other people to the call?
Oh. All right, EduTech calibration.
Because Jim and I are using Google Hangouts right now. Can I add? Yeah, I can. Copy a link to share. All right.
You want to bring some more people in? Is that what you're saying?
Sure, why not?
Let's do it.
Why not? It's just a casual stream. Just don't flash your dick or anything.
One bad Marine says he's about to make the Pallet 2 his bitch.
I have a Pallet 2 Pro. Do you guys want to see me struggle to set up the Pallet 2 Pro? I have one of those too.
I caught your stream with Ben. I watched it late. I watched it today, or most of it, and nice job, Jim. You need to show us how to fix it before your second beer. Nice.
I think you're 3 beers in now? You got a head start on me.
This will be my third, but what's really funny is that you just publicly threw the Hangout in there.
Oh, there we go. Screw it.
Do you want to extend the stream for 6 hours? Oh god.
What's that?
I heard somebody.
I think if I unselect your video, it's going to switch to. There's Kyle.
I heard someone talking.
We're just flying by the seat of our pants here. If you guys do join Hangouts, mute the stream. And you're not going to see me on Hangouts. You'll only see me on the stream.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of weird on my side because I don't see you live. Well, that's always good. I have nothing extruding right now.
Did you load the filament?
Yeah, it's definitely loaded. Definitely loaded.
All right, so I've got the. Screw it. I can always kick people out. Like, I'm pretty sure I can kick people out. Oh, maybe I can't. I can just hang up the call and start a new one.
This son of a gun.
Otherwise, I can just hang up the call. Jim can call back, and then you guys are limited to just Discord.
What is happening? Nothing. That's
So I feel like I can figure out the rest of this. Okay, so I'm just gonna thread this on, bolt this on. Okay, secure the Z motor back in. Let me thread this up into the.
Who's all here with us?
I saw Roush join in, and I think Kyle.
I'm still here.
All right, I gotta put this motor back in. Oh man, trying to line this up is a bitch. Holy shit. Oh, there's a stepper damper on here. They put a stepper damper on the Z. Oh, come on. Oh boy.
Let's see, Kyle. Kyle Davis. How you doing, Kyle?
Pretty good. How you doing?
Good, good.
Where are you coming in from, Kyle?
Michigan.
Okay.
Nice.
Pretty close to everybody. Jim's in Wisconsin.
Hey, I got the SKR up and running.
Nice.
Heads up, make sure you run the studio thing as admin.
Visual Studio?
Yeah, you got to run as admin because they substituting custom libraries, and it freaks out if you don't run as admin because it needs to overwrite other files.
Oh, hang on. Yeah, I just totally... So this needs to go... There's like a little thing that hits the optical end stop for the Z here. And you definitely need to make sure that's in place. I feel like I should probably bolt the... I'm gonna try this. I don't know why the video for this thing like was buffering like crazy, but it wasn't making installing it easy.
There's like a 20-second delay between Hangouts and the video.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Hangouts is like real time. The video is always going to have a delay.
You pretty much have to fake it.
Hey, Jim,
Sir,
have you messed with junction deviation yet?
I have not.
It's worth it, man.
So
Is it?
I run it on my
especially on
printers.
32-bit.
I run it on my printers, and the 8-bit boards handle it, by the way, just fine. I run it on my printers, but I haven't like sat down and tuned it, to be completely honest with everybody.
Yeah,
because the default settings just work. And so if anybody's wondering, junction deviation is a new jerk algorithm in Marlin 119 and 2.0. So it handles the jerk a little smoother than your traditional jerk that you'll find on the older firmwares.
it's almost kind of like how a clipper handles movement.
Yeah, and the thing is, I talked to Scott Latine, who actually runs the Marlin project, or as he calls himself, the head janitor.
Yeah, I've seen some of his videos.
But he said that it works fine on 8-bit. I haven't noticed any slowdowns either. Like, they've been able to squeeze a lot of performance out of those 8-bit processors.
Yeah, I tried it on my SKR 1.3, but it was like it wasn't even active or something. Because I ran a tune, because there's a script you can run in Cura.
Okay.
Where it automatically does a tower, and I'll change it throughout.
And you could figure out what the junction deviation millimeter value would be.
Yeah, it has like separations in the layers, so you know where each is, and it'll read out on the screen what setting it's at as it goes up, and you can watch how it moves and see which looks best.
Interesting.
Yeah, I found that the Ender 5 seems to like 0.06.
I think I use 0.2 or 0.02. That's what the Marlin default right now. That's what I'm running on most of my machines.
That's weird, because in the latest build on Corelli's, it was default in the 0.08, but I was getting some ghosting.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a video on actually tuning it. I just haven't sat down because it works well enough just enabling it out of the box versus your standard jerk.
Yeah, I like it a lot better. A lot tighter corners.
Yeah.
Especially if you mix that in with some linear advance and junction deviation together.
Yeah.
It's killer.
Tyler.
Is that Tyler?
Yeah, I knew because I figured it was Tyler because I heard kids screaming in the background.
I thought I had the mic muted.
No, loud and clear.
Tyler, mute your mic when you're not talking.
I did mute it, just not muting.
No, it's not.
Son of a bitch. Hold on.
All right, we're
Yeah, just
smoking
disconnect.
out.
Go to a mic that has like a physical mute button. It's really weird that Hangouts isn't muting your mic though.
This one does have a physical mute button. I flip up the mic.
Well, I think that switch is broken. You might just have to use it in Hangouts then. How's it going, Jim?
What's up, Tyler?
Not too much. What's going on?
Yeah,
Oh,
Tyler, you
not
definitely
much,
need to
man.
mute your mic. I don't want people leaving the
Just
stream.
getting Tyler, the Edge of Tech Cube printing.
Is it muted still?
Yeah, you're
What was
muting now.
Okay, I have to physically do it in Hangouts for some reason.
Yeah. That's best so we don't rape everybody's ears.
Am I muted or did you just mute Tyler?
No, Tyler's like self-muting himself.
Yeah, I'm clicking the mute button.
I ain't got time for that.
See if I can.
There's not like a push to talk button in a Hangout.
Well, Hangouts is more intended for like real-time like conversation.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out different ways to do it because I do have a StreamYard account that we pay for. But the problem is I like using OBS, which is what we're using right now to feed the video into the stream that you guys are watching. The only thing is Streamlabs OBS, which is a fork of OBS, which is an open source project. It's way easier to set up and way less work. But the problem is they don't have one of the features called virtual webcam,
Right.
meaning I could then feed my Streamlabs output into like StreamYard, so I can still have all the video angles and stuff that you guys are used to seeing, but with all my guests and everything. So,
Yeah,
I'm done.
messed with
My
Streamlabs.
beer's empty, Jim. All right,
Yeah,
I've got a fridge full.
all right. So do I. We're halfway through the 6-pack. My skills only get better the more I drink.
I really like. I want to start using Streamlabs more, but like you said, I wish it would. I wish it would work with. I wish they'd add that in that virtual cam because if you use regular OBS, you can do it, but you can't do it in the stream or in the Streamlabs.
Tony McDonald, I configured my EasyBoard Lite on my CR10, and even with the EasyABL fix, my EasyABL is not working. Did you uncomment the option to put it on that and reverse your wires? You don't have to reverse the Z, but your wires. And you can verify with M119 to see if it's actually getting the signal back. That's the important part. All right, I'm just
self muting himself sounds. Well, yeah.
use the graphic configurator. Oh, for the EasyBoard, try doing the config file. I have to do some updates to the configurator. That site is still very much in a beta. Everything pretty much works, but it still can be quirky. But use the config file editor and see if you get any different results. Just because I got to do more testing here on it, that's why it's still listed as in beta, because it's in beta.
Huh, Matt says you need some help there, Timmy.
Matt, have you upgraded your Photon yet?
Timmy.
I know Matt's like left the FDM world. He's Mr.
I
Resin.
saw that.
He's
saw
Mr. Resin
pictures.
guy now.
All of a sudden, it was like Matt. There's a picture, and it has like I don't know, six resin printers.
Yeah, he does it for the Game Boy stuff because he needs to do the finer detail. I'm
I think
assuming
it
that's
was-
what it is. Either that, it's either because he's making the parts, or he's just obsessed.
Right.
One of two.
Yeah, like with my
It's
one
8.
printer.
8 with 9 on the way. Well, wasn't it just recently you said, should we get a resin printer and I'll pitch in? And then that was like just 2 months ago or something.
Oh man. Trying to get this last screw in behind this. You can tell they definitely designed this for like, people with small Asian fingers, not big fat American
We got
fingers.
Luke, Bill, and Merkush in here now too.
Oh no. Luke
Hey,
Hatfield?
Terry.
The one and only.
Oh.
Hey, Jim.
Yeah.
So my Ender 5 is I got a pretty nuts setup on it right now. Are you familiar with the BLV MGN cube?
I feel like that sounds familiar. I don't know why.
I don't think
Like
so.
this, it has this like massive, like crazy Core XY printer that this one
Okay.
guy's been working on. Well, I adapted the hot end because I really dig it to work on the Ender 5. So I have
Nice.
so right now my Ender 5 has linear rails on X and Y, and then I got the BLV MGN hot end with Mosquito with Bontech direct drive into it.
How do you like the Mosquito? I bet that's
Sick.
one of Aaron has
I-
one.
I found a clone on AliExpress.
Don't
It's
buy
a
the
1-to-1.
clone. Don't buy the clone.
I can't
Aaron
afford a
only
real
has
one.
a partial one though. He didn't
Here-
buy everything for it.
Here's the
Now,
thing.
if I become the source of an echo,
Here's the thing. The one that the one that is on AliExpress is not even made from the same materials that make it work correctly. Like those tubes are really thin, and they're using like the guys that designed that. I don't know if you know this. They used to make medical grade devices, so they're using the same type of materials on that hot end that you'll find in like medical grade devices. That's why it costs so much. So by not going with that, and going with the clones, I know you taking away from that. It's like BL Touch clones. Like I'm not a fan of the BL Touch, but like if you're gonna buy
Me
BL
neither.
Touch, get a genuine
Oh
one.
snap! Luke just brought out his palette.
Oh, is
Ooh.
Luke suffering with some new technology? This is all foreign ground to me, just so you guys are aware.
dude, I've had this thing for like over 6 months.
So have I. Mine's been sitting
Mine
here
has
too.
literally been sitting on my top shelf for like
The thing about
like
it
8
is,
or 9 months now.
I wasn't
I thought-
even going to use it except for as like a mass filament provider. Like if I was doing a huge print where
Yeah.
it was multi-kilo and I just wanted it to splice rolls as it went. But
Well,
my
from
son
what I-
has this tile-based thing that he wants to do for a buddy of his for Christmas. So now we're going to try and do this multicolored bullshit.
Oh. From what I understand, Pella updated the firmware recently to fix a lot of bugs.
I've got the I got the 2 Pro sitting here, new in box.
It was a gift. I
All
think
right,
it'll be
let's-
okay if I can get it going or whatever. But
I know you can use any Raspberry Pi for the hub that they require.
That's true. I also have the Canvas hub.
Yeah, it's just a Raspberry Pi in an enclosure.
I'm aware. I paid not much money for my entire setup, so I can't really complain.
Isn't it a Pi Zero too?
Yeah, it is.
I think that they recently upgraded to Pi 3 or 3 pluses or something like
Yeah,
that.
with their new update or whatever.
Yeah, I thought because they were running issues with the W.
Okay, we're homing. Holy crap. Okay, do you guys see? You guys saw how much this moved with the stock upright? Look at this. I can't. Holy crap.
Dang.
That
That's
thing
Like-
looks
some
old, man.
gruesome.
Nice.
This is insane.
That's
Holy
awesome.
shit.
I'm not watching the YouTube app feed. I got too much other shit.
Wow.
fucked up for now. Somebody's
That's
watching.
not.
Here.
All right, so basically what I'm doing now is I'm setting my Z offset here. So it's homing. And so how you do it on this one is you got to move it down. So I'm going to move it down. Definitely got at least a millimeter to go here. Maybe one more. Okay, so you put a piece of paper under here. And you keep going down. So you get even pressure on the plate here.
All right, so apparently my microphone wasn't actually on my headset. It was pulling from the computer mic. So I'm going to test the mute on this one now.
Are you talking right now? Go ahead and talk.
Can you hear me now?
I can't hear you, Tyler. You're good.
Yeah,
My-
apparently Google Hangouts likes to auto configure it as like the computer mic.
It's whatever your
This would
default
be-
device is in Windows.
Evidently, there's
Well, I run Mac, so
Well, there's your problem.
a power cord, USB cord, and some other thing I got to plug in, and I don't even have them in my kit here right now. This is not good.
All right, so now I'm tightening down. There's a little hex head in here that tightens down on the ball that allows this to rotate. So, ooh. Real tight. All right, let me loosen that up a little bit. Yeah, if you guys aren't talking, mute your mics.
What?
All right.
Who's not talking?
Said if you guys aren't talking, mute your mics.
Oh boy.
I'm not going to be able to mute in and out or whatever if I become
You're
a
fine.
phone.
I don't think it's on your end.
Is somebody echoing?
I just heard a lot of background noise.
Oh,
it's
Yeah, I
totally
think-
Luke's
I
fault.
think Luke's working on building the putting together his palette and stuff. That's sweet, man.
It's like I should probably do that. It's been sitting here for a while.
I went to their, made the mistake of where I went to their user community before I started playing with the thing. And it was not encouraging what I saw there then. I will say that it was like 6 months ago or whatever. But yeah.
Can't be worse than the MMU2.
Probably not.
I haven't met a single person that loves their MMU2. Or one. The one is even worse.
But hey, if
Hey,
all
they got that
else fails-
MMU 2S now, though.
Oh yeah?
all else fails, I at least have stickers to say that I went through the experience.
Are you just shitting on everything I like? Is that your whole program? Because I'll tell you what, my Mac and my iPhone are sitting right next to my MMU2, my Prusa, and my Artemis.
Ooh.
And
Now I'll
this piece
take
of
the
shit
Artemis.
Chinese printer won't print, so I don't know what to tell you.
Okay, I think I know where the power supply is because I recognize the universal swap around kit, and I just saw that. power
Hey,
supply.
hey Jim,
Sir.
are you able to see the video stream right now?
Give me 1 second here. Yep.
Here, just a second, I'm switch my camera around.
This is
Alright.
what-
To work.
Hey, at least
Yeah,
we
it's,
have power now. That's something.
Oh, there you go.
That's my Ender 5.
Nice.
That's
Holy
linear
crap.
rail.
I agree, though, man. You got to get a real mosquito.
Hang
man.
on real
There's
quick.
no that one. The AliExpress one is not even close.
I'm probably gonna get one track season.
You're better
Yeah,
off
when I
getting
get
like a
back the
nice
money.
V6 clone.
True.
Hey,
Over.
hey, Tim.
What's up?
Can you mute us all just for a minute until Kyle's done talking? Google Chrome is having a seizure and showing like 16 different shots in 1 second.
Okay, I'm just muting your guys' output on the stream, so I'll still be able to
No,
hear
I was
but
just
nobody
I was
else.
just trying to see Kyle's all over the world.
Go ahead. It's
Just
If you
click
go into
on
wait,
Oh.
really? Hang on, Kyle.
that puts them in focus.
Give me
Oh,
a second. I'll do that.
oh, there we go. Okay, so I can show his there. That's
I
an
forgot I
interesting
could-
hot end.
I forgot I
As
could do
the
that.
host in Hangouts, you get to declare that somebody's the output, or if it goes by voice selection.
Nice.
See if I can get
Yeah, I totally forgot that I could do that. I was sitting here watching the YouTube stream, not paying attention.
Yeah, Tim wants to be the main
I used-
of this
I
one.
used to be
So.
a Hangout master, but it's been so long I can't even get Hangouts to fire up on my phone. That was what took so long. I finally gave up on my phone.
All right,
So I could
so
play my laptop.
this thing, for the price, oh my god! Like, okay, so this is like $150 is what it cost me. I can't get this thing to deflect at all or even shift. This is insane how solid this is.
Sweet.
So, I'm thoroughly impressed with how well this is designed. This upgrade. So, what I need to now do is fix my FEP film,
Nice.
and by fix I mean replace.
That's Gladys portrait test.
Imagine you
dialed
can
in,
get the
man.
full
Nice.
build volume out of that thing now.
I should be able to get 300 by 300 if I swap out the bed. So 300 squared, I think.
Is that like? Is there like a list of what people are doing to the? That's a 5, you said.
Yeah, it's under 5. If you go with linear rails, you open up enough build volume where you can go 300 by 300 and be able to reach the whole volume.
I mean,
Wow.
at that point, why not just get the CR10?
But it's a lot smaller than CR10.
Eh.
I'm looking at going to a dual linear guide for my Ender 5.
Hey, Luke, do you
Do
have
it.
a CR10S Max there?
Yeah, I do.
I just got flex plates in for that size, the 470 by 470.
All right, sweet.
It's not a really big printer.
I actually needed to talk to you. I told you I got an order to put in, so my SD card got burned up or broken on that board. So I got to decide if I'm gonna get a board and a different screen from you, or what I'm gonna do.
So the only thing that would really help me
Seagull
out,
on there.
I got to bug my one customer. So I sent out, so the CR12864 LCD adapter we have to do the conversion works on the Max. The problem is I don't have the STL designed because I don't have the Max here to fit the 12864 to that printer's frame. But I sent a customer out a screen and all the other parts with the exchange of, hey, I need you to design that STL and send it to me. But he hasn't gotten back to me, so I don't know if he's just busy or whatnot. But that's the only thing that stopped me from adding support for the Max, and I even got the BL Touch working.
Do you want it with like spring clips to go into the stock?
Just
window?
the same as we have for the Pro, just where it bolts in, just has something that wraps around the front and then uses the stock bolts. But I don't have one.
Yeah.
I don't have one to take all the measurements from. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So the one thing you'll run into on the Max is on the Pro, it has a screw right underneath the screen in the front.
You're a little pixelated, but I can see those racks. How are you liking those racks?
Oh, the shelving racks, they're awesome.
Yeah, I got two of them. I don't know if you guys noticed, but
I have a total of 6 racks in the center of my garage.
come
right
on,
now.
focus.
Only 3
Focus.
of them are dedicated to printing. But so on the Max, it doesn't have a screw underneath of the screen in the center of the lower enclosure.
Right,
But
I'm aware of that, but I don't know where the other screw locations are.
Yeah, but I could make it so if you remove the stock screen, that it sort of snap locked into the opening.
That'd be fine with me as long as I have something to direct people to print, or we can print, because like how we have it right now is we can either print it or someone can self-print it.
When we're offline, I'll get you the cash to get some parts coming, and we'll figure it out.
Well, I'm willing to barter if you can save me some time and get me a file. That's how I operate.
I'll get you set up for sure.
Yeah, because I don't have any interest in buying the Max.
I want to do some PEKK, but until I get it a new motherboard, it's DOA at the moment.
All right, so is this thing stuck in here? So I'm swapping the FEP film. I had a tiny tear in it, which was enough to cause a leak. Is this
just for record? Tim and I both talked about having pallets. Does anybody currently in the Hangout have an operational Pallet 2 or Pallet 2 Pro?
I have an operational MMU 2.
Yeah, that's no good to me.
The biggest difference
You are
is the
currently
MMU
further
2
along
works.
than me and my palette.
So okay, but to be honest with us, Steven, did you have a hard time getting it like to the point where it's working reliably though?
Oh yeah, well when everybody got them in the beginning, they were, I mean they came to you basically untested. I mean everybody had to figure. I'm running a firmware off of GitHub that is awesome, but the stock Prusa stuff, yeah, it doesn't work very good.
Come on.
I want a palette because I want to be able to put it on any machine. That's the allure of the palette to me.
Yeah, I basically got such a good deal on a Palette 2 and a Palette 2 Pro, I couldn't pass it up, like directly from them. Oh my God, this metal part here I need to get out because this is what compresses the film in, but it's like stuck in here.
Actually, last I knew, MMU2 is now supported in Marlin.
Yeah, it is.
I think on Marlin 2.
You got to really know your shit to be able to pull that off.
I actually seen a few videos. All you have to do is I think it's sign like 3 pins and that's
Because they have a
about it.
multiplexer on there to handle the motor switching.
Right. It's just
Yeah,
not.
it just
Trust
needs
me.
I think,
Trust me.
like,
It's not that simple. Plus, you have to have at
Yeah, Hangout going,
at
so
the
there's a-
extruder. You have to have a filament sensor
Everything
that
is doing
detects it
on,
at the precise moment that the filament hits the extruder, or
Nice.
it won't work.
trying to figure out it shows using the damn.
yeah,
Hey,
that's-
Michael, how you doing today?
So it shows having the
Come on.
cable. which I'm
Turn
sure
over and slam on a hard surface to loosen. All right, I'm going to mute my mic for this.
the standard USB. But
And the MMU
printer,
it doesn't like mosquitoes very much either.
It definitely did not mute very well, Tim.
some, unless that's just
Yeah, I was just gonna say, Tim. I
the
don't think you muted your mic.
Isn't there supposed to be communication between the power?
All right, well, I'm going to have to get creative
Tyler.
with this.
Tyler, you kind of look like you should be on one of those 800 numbers. Like call for a good time. Y'all lounge back.
I got my No Shade November mustache going. That's all I can do, unfortunately.
That's cute. That's almost a month of growing a mustache.
Yeah, 23 days.
That's sad.
It does. It can buffer
23
days.
days.
But if it, for some reason,
Luke,
See
who do
this
you have locked in
calibration
your
cube?
Luke?
It's
Who do you have locked in your garage?
oh, I'm sorry. This is my oldest son, Thomas. He's
Oh, okay.
I'm the one that helped buy this thing for us.
Yep. For better or worse, he brought this contamination into my setup.
Hey, Luke's son, how you doing?
Pretty good.
Do you
His name
use
is
the hot
Thomas.
end fix?
Huh?
Do you use the hot end fix?
He does because all the
Ah.
things he gets are from me.
That was a loaded question.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not even sure it was aimed at me.
He's not gonna say no.
Hey, check it out. We got the cat came out to say hi too. Oh, she's not so happy about saying hi.
I mean, she's a cat, so.
Bill's in the house. Hey, Bill. I saw you earlier. I haven't heard you talk. though.
Howdy. Howdy.
Hey.
I've just been listening.
You don't know if you want to be in the middle of all this or whatever, but I'm gonna try and set it up. Yeah, have it ready.
Oh my God, this is like.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get this under here.
Do that.
Oh.
Can you get like a knife or a scraper or anything between the
The
like,
tolerances
outside
on this are
frame
pretty damn good on this.
How the frick does this thing hook between? Because you got to hook this thing up with a comm link to the actual printer, right? So like you tell it to hold up if it
Maybe.
your filament changes and shit.
I don't think it does hook up to the printer, does it? It uses a SIM or a
Yeah,
SD
it's
card.
it just goes in between. It's not really like in communication with the printer. It just kind of like sits in between and manages it.
Yeah, you got two SD
Shit.
cards that read two G codes together. And then you got an encoder, right, that like inside of it that tells it how much filament it's fed out.
Right. I guess I'll figure it out as I go. So the software must slice it so I put the G code in the printer and the G code in the palette and they got to play together or some shit.
Yeah.
You know who's really got a good video is Chris Riley made a really, really good video.
Ah,
on
I
how
got
to
it,
get
guys.
started.
I got it.
Chris is making Chris, yeah.
I got it.
Yeah, I
It's
watched
coming
his
up.
video on it. You kind of like teach it pings, like how, so it can better judge, like, I've done this much film and I need to do like so much for the
When am I
next.
trying to do that Portavet? One of the guys in chat's like, "What are you trying to do that Portavet?" I'm trying to get the retention ring for the FEP film out. It's been in here for a while and it just doesn't want to come out.
The other problem, Luke, is trying to get it to work on a Bowden system is a lot more difficult than in a direct. I know that.
Yeah, so there's a little bit of learning it how far it is between, and I wouldn't think it would affect retraction very much with the way that it's applying.
No, it shouldn't, because it's all one continuous string of filament.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
I
Come on.
ended up hooked up to my CRTS Pro because it's the easiest one to set it up.
I don't think you connect it to the printer Mr. Buttram or Ryan said, if you don't have the canvas hub, you connect. Let's see, you don't connect the printer to the pallet.
So there's another device that can mechanically couple them.
Yeah, the hub.
Which is
Yeah, it's
basically
like a
it's
Octo
a Raspberry Pi, yeah, with
Right.
an Octo server, yeah.
Oh, you're so close.
Don't include that with the base kit.
You can't pull that out slowly from the bottom, Tim.
This is the bottom.
The
So
struggle is real
Luke,
with that.
Luke, you can actually make one if you have a Raspberry Pi. You can make a hub yourself.
yeah, I don't have a Raspberry
There we
Pi.
go.
handy, but, honestly, for as much as they're selling these freaking things for, charge an extra $50 and include all the stuff to do that in the base kit.
No, because then you have people bitching that, well, I already have a Pi. Why am I paying more for a Pi? I don't need this. Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, so now that you guys watch me struggle getting this ring off here, so what I need to do here is replace this FEP film. I'm going to actually clean out this edge here. There's some film stuck to this and some like partially cured resin. Probably should have put my gloves on here, but I don't know if this is resin or if this is like the film that it's on the other edges where the resin wouldn't be.
So when you decompress from that, Tim, so you said you have the flex plate for the Max. Do you
Yeah,
have
the 470.
Do you have the bonded ones or only the film applied ones that size?
I have both.
All right. So I'm setting that machine up for PEKK. Would that just like rip that crap right off of there, or would it?
Well, I don't have anything that'll print PEKK, so I can't deny or confirm that.
I'm just trying to decide if it would be beneficial to have it on there or not at this point.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure. Okay, so I'm not worried. This resin's actually hardened somehow. Probably because it's been sitting. The
Alright.
vat itself has been sitting out
Now we're rocking.
for a while, so
If
I'm just
anybody
cleaning all this
wanting
debris out of the channels here.
PEKK testing, filament testers, let me know.
The guys that run Vision Miner, they do actually print services for PEKK.
Yeah.
That stuff's a pain in the ass to print.
Yeah. I'm actually going to turn that one half of the shelf into a heat chamber, I think. Or somewhat of a heat chamber.
So
Nice.
those of you guys watching, what I'm doing is I'm just cleaning out the crevices that were between that part that was taking forever to get out. Just when I put this in, it's not going to have the same problem. I'm wondering if because I don't remember cleaning this out like this, I'm wondering if maybe I had this in here before and I didn't notice it. So when I put the new one in, that's what led to this being so hard to get out in the future. So
I just remembered I got a print I need to start first.
So are you done traveling right now, Luke?
No, I'm at my house. That's why you're in my garage.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, are you done traveling for work right now? Kind of slow season.
So they're threatening to have me go out to the districts to do work during the week. So I might be traveling, like sort of staying 3 nights, traveling home on the 4th night type of thing.
Do hotels give you weird when you walk into your room with a printer?
You know, nobody's given me any grief about it. When I was at that long-term stay this summer, where I was there for a while, I had my 2 Ender 3 set up, and the Ender 5 Plus was in beta then. And after talking with the hotel staff while I was gone during the day, because I always had all 3 of them running when I left, they were all taking turns coming through my room, checking out the prints that were on the printers and what was going on in there.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I had some sandpaper here because some of these are stuck on pretty good, and I'm just tired of scraping this.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Here it is.
All right. But yeah, the only thing that really gives me apprehension, I'm pretty careful about how I set them up so they're not really a danger for fire other than on top of the surface they're on. But I need to find out more about the insurance liabilities of dragging printers around with me as I travel about the universe. Because I would really hate to have to pay out of pocket for a wing of a hotel that burnt down if my insurance decided that they weren't going to be party to that.
That would make a great reality story.
Not really a danger or liability. It's just if they don't have thermal runaway on, you know, the usual.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Hey, like I said earlier, I saw your stream with Ben.
Yeah, so he wants to bring you and maybe you and Tim and other people on over time. Brian Vines was one of the people we talked about. So as long as everybody's game, we want to do more of that kind of stuff.
I didn't catch the whole thing. I kind of like bounced around while I was making breakfast and stuff this morning. And did he talk at all?
So the very first one we did, he talked a little bit. This last one that we did, he basically just typed on the keyboard because we had because he's hosting there, and
I got to cut you guys off for a sec here.
Delay. Go ahead, Tim.
So what I'm doing right now is taking these screws off. If you notice, this is actually like a clamp ring, and there's two parts, and there's a bunch of little screws here that actually secure the film to the bottom ring. So I'm taking these off so I can get the old film out, and then I'm going to clean off that ring again, just in case there's anything in there, residue or whatnot. And then I'm going to cut to size, because I have sheets that are way bigger than this vat, so I should be able to get 2 vats per sheet. And then I'm going to stretch this and get it all cut down to fit, so then I can actually print on this. Resin printing is awesome, but dear God, is it so much more work than the FDMs. Like, because you gotta take once you take the print off, like, you gotta handle it all with gloves. And then you gotta put it in an alcohol bath and agitate it. And then you gotta put it in a water bath and agitate it. And then it's gotta go in a curing chamber, which is just a box with UV lights in them. So I actually have a box with a bunch of strip UV LEDs that are the wavelength that the resin cures at. And it's lined with foil, and then the LEDs are stuck to that. They're like adhesive backed LED strips. And so it goes in there for a couple hours to cure. And then it's finally ready to handle and everything. So, but until then, dear God, is it a lot of work. But
yeah, I just turned part of one of my cabinets into a UV curing box.
I have just like a plastic box that I use.
I'm setting up in my garage to deal with the to that.
I can't recommend Jerry's
because it's not an announced device.
Jerry's talking about the Elegoo Mars. I had 2 of those, and both of them had DOA LCDs, and I can't recommend that machine because there was too many QC issues, because I've seen a lot of people with bad LCDs, like out of the box.
I picked up the that longer orange 10.
I haven't checked that one out. I've got this one, and I've got the monoprice one, and the monoprice one actually worked out of the box, which I was surprised. But that was only a $200 resin printer.
Yeah, I got the longer orange 10 off of Amazon with a WikiBuy coupon for $172.
Damn.
My son got in on one of those. What do you call it? Where you pay money in advance, hoping that they're going to make them
like a refund.
Oh, a Kickstarter.
Kickstarter thing. It was with one of the name makers. I can't remember who it was, but anyhow, his has arrived. But we had to set up a whole negative pressure sort of cabinet that has a discharge out his bedroom window to be able to run the damn thing.
Yeah, some of the resins smell like ass.
Nice.
I've got a ventilation here on my window because I've got a bunch of servers and stuff I run in here so I vent the heat out anyway. So it worked out good.
Okay, so these are 8.5 by 11 FEP. FEP is the film that goes on the bottom of these. So, and this little pack of sheets is like, I think it was like $20 or something like that. How many sheets is this? I'm not sure. There's a couple. But there we go.
Nice.
before you cut those up, you ought to check to see if your printer came with an extra one.
I've already used it. This is just packing paper.
So
All
I'm
right,
curious.
so
I got a whole bunch of stuff recently.
yeah, I should be able to get. Hang on, I should be able to get 2 out of these.
I do have a silicone mat coming from another source other than TH3D or Wham Bam for my printing setup.
I don't
So do I.
understand like the silicone mat. It's like
I got one coming
they've
from
been-
Amazon, the one that Tim uses right in front of him there.
Ah,
It's super nice and it's huge.
so Wham Bam gave me one, and I'm liking it. I'm using it, and I'll give
I
them.
bought one at Earth for I think it was $12. Was that what they were running special on at Earth? It's nice, but like I didn't realize how cheap they were, so I got a big ass one that I can fit 2 machines under on
Right.
Amazon for $14 instead of their
Yep.
20. And like
Shit.
he's like going on about it's first grade silicone. Like what does that even mean, bro? Like what are you talking about? And it's
Yeah, I'm
like
It has been reconstituted.
I'm assuming it's means virgin
You didn't
materials.
cheap out. Some of the ones where they basically use fillers in it or whatever aren't as temperature resistant and stuff. So I think that's what he's talking about.
I'm gonna try
Just using
burning. This is the
material.
Amazon Basics one that I'm working on here. I'm gonna try burning it with a soldering iron. So you put like this little cap thing here underneath it, and then you tighten it down like this. So you guys see what I did here? You put the film on, and then you put these screws in. And I'm gonna just look up the replacement video again. But this is actually a part I printed that's specifically for this printer, the same size and everything. But it's been a while since I replaced it, so I'm going to look up on Anycubic's YouTube channel because I know they had a video showing it.
I did
Yeah.
see
They literally just use a bottle cap.
Yeah, I know.
Hey Tim,
What's up?
did you? I saw a video. I think it was like 2 days ago. There's a new resin out that is water washable,
Interesting.
where you don't have to use alcohol at all. You can
Yeah, I saw that.
wash it up in just plain
Joel?
water. It cleans up just like if it was with IPA.
I've been using. I was watching Uncle Jesse, and he talked about that mean green cleaner.
Yep.
I put that in my ultrasound rather than.
You
Or
got a
ultrasonic
shit ton of
rather-
paints there. Holy crap.
Uh,
I just realized that.
Oh, those are actually flavors for making e-liquid.
Oh. Jesus.
But I've been using that mean green instead of IPA, and I think it cleans better than IPA. But you just got to remember to rinse the stuff off because it gets sticky if you let it dry. If you let it set too long.
There was another household cleaner I tried. I think it was like TSP, trisodium phosphate. That worked pretty well.
Well, and Uncle Jesse and Joel Telling. I'm trying to remember who else just did those. It's Elegoo water washable, and
Yeah.
they stress do not wash it in your sink.
Well,
we're actually starting to run into problems with putting this smaller molecule plastics into our water supply, and over time it's going to be a problem. Probably not so much from those 3D printing people, but it's a legit thing. And I'm not a big one on all this hyped up, global warming, that kind of stuff or whatever, but there are microplastics in the ocean now that are coming into our water supply.
Right.
In a good.
You sound like
This is
you're
what-
from Washington.
This is what happens when you don't get enough clearance on your supports. My supports became part of my print.
So for some reason YouTube wasn't working. So I had to download. I just downloaded their video. I'm gonna put this over you guys real quick.
Right.
So you can see here, like they unscrew it, they take it out. The reason you need the bottle cap is you need some play in it for when you put it into the vat. So taking that off, blah blah blah. Remove the old film, clean with alcohol. I already did that. Put that
This
on
will be
there.
a-
Put the bottle cap, and I remember, yeah. So here you puncture the film, and then you put a screw in. And I think they go diagonally, if I'm correct.
You guys can watch me start a print on my enclosure print.
Nice.
So I just want to verify I was doing this correctly before I am showing you guys.
Grandson.
Well, TH3D gave me wrong information. TH3D broke my resin printer.
Hey, TH3D, are you doing firmware for said resin printer?
No. There's other guys doing that. I'm not getting involved with that shit.
I'm gonna need your
It
hack.
is. You know how nice it is? You know how nice it is to be able to like flash firmware on a printer that you didn't write? It's so nice.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
need your.
actually,
I'm gonna need your the info on how to make it talk to the network, because I'm pretty sure I should look at mine, but I'm have one. Mine was in new in July, so
Yeah, Photonsters is the
group.
guys. Yeah. They have a
So I'm
Facebook
waiting-
group. That's how I found them.
I'm waiting for this to cool, but my cube just got done finally.
This is kind of cool. Like we're a bunch of nerds working on our printers together.
Right now you can't see crap because of blowout here, but I'll fix that in a minute.
I got a print that's been going for about 9 hours now. Still got a couple left.
Nice. Mine just finished, so I got 3 easy ABL mounts for Ender 5s that just finished, and then I got this
Why'd you
sweet
print 3 of them?
because I have 3 Ender 5s.
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Well, I have 2 Ender 5s and 1 Ender 5 Pro.
Oh, I'm on
I remember back when you had one printer, Jim. Those were
remember-
the days.
I remember back in January when I had one printer as well. And then Luke came along. Well, I came along to Luke, and then all of a sudden I had 2 Ender 3s.
And then Luke linked your video in one of my streams, and I said, "Who is this nerdy Jesus-looking guy?"
That is a true story.
And I said,
Yeah.
I said, "Luke, you don't look anything like I pictured you." And Luke goes, "No, that's not me. That's Jim."
Well, and I remember that because I got a chat in the middle of the night because it was in the middle of the night. And
It was like 2 a.m.
that says,
There's still people that think that Jim is me because
Yeah.
of the guide and him doing the videos.
I
What was
fixed all those links, by the way. Those all redirect to the
thank
new
you.
location,
Oh,
by the way.
crap. That's what I forgot.
Didn't TH3D write that guide?
Yeah. I think April 1st
You
is
did it.
when we'll.
Yeah. Well, we'll make that announcement.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, maybe we'll put it on the edgiest of tech.
There you go.
I hope you registered that domain already.
I should have. So yeah, I got a chat in the middle of the night that said if there's a copyright, don't strike it.
Yeah, I don't think it works like that. Like, I think you have to register your stuff.
Right.
Because, like, if someone stole our content, I would have no idea.
So I got to respond to about 15 of these chats messages that say could not find Luke's help guide.
Yeah, because I took
wasn't
over
my
I took over hosting the C3D site because the server that was on was really like just meh. It's still kind of meh. I was like, well, I'll just put on the TH3D site because we got so much space and bandwidth and it's a fast box. So screw it. As long as people can read Luke's help guide, that's all that matters.
Yes. No joke. I'm not even joking. I'm going through. I got a ton of them. Probably 10 or 15.
So over time, Tim can tell me how much traffic that's getting, but Cody used to tell me that that was the most viewed thing on his server for C3D there for a while.
I think I can check the stats on that.
Mhm.
So like, I basically revamped that whole site for him,
Yeah.
for the whole C3D group.
Yep.
All right, so I'm just going around tightening this up. You guys
So,
see this here? So I got the cap under here, so it's got a little slack, and then I'm going to put this back
50.
in.
We got about 60 people watching. Who's all coming
Damn.
Monday night to my stream? We're giving away 2 printers.
TiVo's actually going to give away the printer.
Yeah, they confirmed today, so we're
Good.
doing it. I also have an Ender 3
They were about
Pro.
to have a problem because I was going to be like, you guys can't do that crap. Tell people you're going to give away a printer, and then
Yeah.
back out. All right, so hang
Am I
on.
still
I was
eligible?
like, I was being nice cop, and then I was gonna sick Tim on him.
Okay, so all I gotta do, if you guys look here, all I gotta do is put the film back in here, tighten it down, so they poke the holes and screw it across there. All right.
I kid you not, I have like 40 plugins in my garage, but trying to find one that's easily accessible when I want to use it is the mountain.
That's one of the things I did when I was working on the garage was I ran power in places that made sense.
Woo, can't do that.
Same here.
Yeah.
Can't or won't.
The part of it is for whatever reason, the people at Mosaic decided that their power supply for the pallet only needed to be 3 feet long.
You know, it's not the length; it's how it
It's how
performs.
you use
Okay?
it, right?
It's
Yeah.
not the length; it's the wattage it uses.
I think I got it.
Pull
worked
this
out.
thing up. I'm gonna.
Weird flex, but okay, Luke.
So,
They are Canadian.
Yeah, there's that too. Okay, we have power. I imagine there's going to be some sort of updating this thing too, or some crap.
Probably. Okay, you guys see how the film is pulling tight as I'm putting the screw in now?
little thing.
That's what we want to see.
Don't answer that.
Got to pull it nice and tight, Jim.
Oh, what?
Nice and tight.
I'm too impatient for this bed to cool down. This glass. I want to get this cube off so I can show it off. Let's see how it looks.
I know. I remember my first print.
Was it a Vinci?
Yeah. I'll show you something that wasn't on the live stream the other day. Oh, can we see it from there?
Don't get my stream banned, Luke.
No. I
don't think we could.
I have a Trunk CX5 SA on my test bench, but I couldn't really have that going in the background while I
Are you
was
threatening me? That's a
Okay.
dangerous printer. Who the hell buys Tronxy anymore? Like,
There's one
They give
for
me a
sale
hell of a
locally on the
for
Facebook
review
Marketplace
on
for
it or
like
whatever, so I'm
150
paying
bucks
about-
right now.
it's not even worth
Well, you-
$150. Do you remember that guy trying to sell that big ass Tronxy at Murph for like $700?
That thing's ridiculous.
Like, it's such a pile. It's like not even. He's like, well, yeah, it doesn't really print right now, but you know, if you do this, and this, I'm like, I'm just buy another printer.
Actually, a friend of mine bought I think it was like Tronxy X5 SA.
Yeah.
He got it on sale for like $250.
Yeah, that's the only thing they have is price, and that's where their benefits stop.
Yeah, like
They haven't. I
auto-title.
won't use them because they still have yet to comply with the GPL at all. Not even a little
Yeah,
bit.
it's bad.
Like, and then they
like-
switched over to like these weird touchscreen boards
Oh
that are
my
just.
God.
ugh.
Let me tell you about that.
Oh boy.
It is so bad, okay? Trying to level is bad, right? It doesn't actually give you the first measurement at the front corner, right? 0, 0. It doesn't actually tell you what it measured for the offset. So as it goes around on the screen, it displays what it measured. And the first corner, it doesn't even tell you. And that's what it bases your print off of. So you don't know. So if your front corner is high or low, it messes up the whole rest of the
It's
mesh.
almost like their firmware is garbage and they don't know how to do it.
Yeah. So ditch that board and just put an SKR 1.3 on there with some 2130.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like they're why is anyone using the 2130s anymore? 2208s or 2209s?
They had a
It's
really good
2019.
sale on them.
Their
Got 'em for like
Stealth
$8
Chop
a
2 is so
Oh,
superior
yeah,
to
you
Stealth Chop 1. It's not even funny.
You also got to throw out there if they're going to do those that they got to get them the proper cooling or enough copper in the board that they're not melting shit down.
Well, yeah. It's funny. There's so many people that are like, the 22.8s don't work with linear advance. Yes, they do when they don't overheat.
Yeah.
we're running them on
Oh.
our board with no problem. And I had a guy
Oh,
arguing
what-
with me. He's like, well, according to this random GitHub thread where people are using an SKR and some really crappy 22A drivers, it doesn't work. And I'm like, I'm literally
I got
running
it to
it
work.
on my board now. Like,
I got it to work.
Are you guys ready for the barrage of the big tree check failures here in the next month or two? Beyond the
Yep.
ones that have already failed, that's coming.
the SKRs have been dropping like flies, to be completely honest. Like, not even shit talking here. Their boards have been dropping out a lot. Like, I think Tom, the 3D printing llama Tom, he's on his like his third or fourth one in like 3 months.
Right.
That's weird.
Hey,
I put
hey-
like 500 hours on mine. No
That's
problem.
nothing. I
There's
I
Tyler.
replaced an MKS Gen 1.4 in my CR10 that had 20,000 hours of printing on it.
Jesus.
Yeah. So talk to me. 500 hours ain't shit. Like, we run printers here, literally 20 to 22 hours a day, a minimum of 6 days a week.
nice.
Definitely a stress test.
Hey,
That's-
hey,
yeah.
Tyler.
For those keeping track, on a lot
Look
of
at
those
that.
machines, they're using the hot and fixed.
On a
Oh,
few of them,
boy.
yes. Otherwise,
Same with
and then there's a lazy Tim hot end fix where I just tighten down the PTFE and call it a day.
Yeah.
So
You know
The
what? You
trouble
know what
with
you
that
say,
is
Luke?
I taught that you use the fitting to drive the PTFE down, and it works initially, but over time, the fitting wallers out the tubing, and then you get a micro gap and a little bit of drag on your extrusion anyways.
I'm going on 7 months with no issues on heavy usage, so I think
No,
that's acceptable to me.
You're just at an acceptable threshold of drag is what you're at.
We check all that stuff. The guys have checklists, belts,
Uh-huh.
wheels, fans, the PTFE fittings, the tubing, nozzles,
My big selling
leakages.
point right now, things that I don't charge for the stupid thing, is if you buy a meter of premium tubing or whatever, it only takes 32 millimeters at a time to replace it when you do have to replace it. So you got a cost savings there.
Well, the thing is, I like about our like in general, like anything other than the crap stock tubing,
Uh-huh.
is I like that 1.9 millimeter internal diameter. It makes a big
Uh-huh.
difference in how much retraction you have to use. Like, that's
Absolutely.
I
it
use
does.
I use the tough tubing we sell on our Bowden machines that have all metal hot ends because of
Uh-huh.
the diameter. Not because I'm caring about high temp resistance, because if I have all metal, it doesn't matter. But that
Right.
resistance is,
Yeah, my average retraction across most of my machines, because I just got tired of having different ones on all of them. So they all get my hot end fixed 4.5 millimeters or 35 millimeters a second, and I rarely have stringing issues.
nice.
My
So, Tyler,
project here. So if you guys see here, new film on my vat. I just wiped it down with IPA. And you guys hear that? That's how it should sound.
play a beat on it.
I don't want to break it. This piece of film is like $2 to $3 that I just put on here. Resin printing is not cheap. It's a lot of work, but you get really high quality prints. So
nice.
I only have 2 resin printers. We have 70 FDM.
Hey, Tyler, I just wanted to throw it out there. I don't know if you can see my stream or not, but I want a big shout out to Tyler. This really good Logitech is not zooming good, but
What camera is that? The 930?
yeah, I'm just joking.
Oh,
about
what? A
the-
Logitech camera doesn't focus well? That never
Right.
happens. Look at
But
this.
there's
Look how long this takes to focus.
What is
Yeah,
it
what-
with manufacturers putting on freaking film on displays and then putting it into a housing where you can't get the freaking film off without?
I know,
destroying-
right? It's so
There you go.
annoying.
so Tyler, there you go. The glasses looks good,
Looks
There.
great.
and
Here,
then if I
Jim.
flip it around here.
You want to see what autofocus looks? What's
Not
oh,
bad.
the Edge of Tech TEOT?
Yeah, and then
Tyler, where's my TH3D one? Come on.
did you see
I
this?
sent it to you.
Did
Check
you?
your messages, bro.
Really? When did you when did you
was
get
like
drunk and do that?
In July or
It
August.
was like months
Really?
ago. Yeah, look at that.
Hang on, shared files. Oh, TH3D 20 millimeter CaliCube.
Oh damn.
Touche. Guess what's going? Oh, it's already on my desktop.
Yeah, you don't need to deal with it while we're on the stream. But I was with one of your people in your inside support group,
Yeah.
The dude's got like 2 G28s and a G29 and a start G code and can't figure out why it's homing after it's homing and raising 10 millimeters, and he
I
swears up and
saw
down
that.
that it was your start G code.
So
that's
our G code
after
should
your
have
server.
our G code should have a G28 and then a G28Z, then G29. So it should home all, then home Z again, and
Okay.
then do everything. That's in our starting code.
Well, maybe that's what it is, and I just am not used to seeing it that way because I work with firmware where it's set up where I do my leveling. I just run a G28 to touch off, and it pulls the saved mesh and goes.
We have an article on our site on how to store the same mesh and recall it.
Yeah.
It's already documented. I've documented a lot of this stuff.
Yeah, dude. Whatever
but
reason,
hang on.
dude,
Here.
actually,
We're talking about
homing
auto.
twice, but then it goes 10 millimeters above the bed and starts printing. So maybe
He's
maybe
got
he's
something.
just
He's got something weird.
battery.
Then
Yeah.
that will not happen if it's properly installed.
Right. He's probably got like the wrong G offset. Like his M851 is probably off or something. I don't know.
Or he didn't calibrate it correctly.
Something like that.
Oh, Jim's
So I
about to
showed
flex.
this. I showed this earlier on my stream. This is the TH3D flex plate, the
Ooh.
TH3D Easy Mat on it, which I love this combination here. By the way,
I know.
Uh,
That's
my
why I
favorite
left one
thing-
side blank on the new plates still, so we can still apply those.
well, this is. I love that.
Just
sound.
don't break the parts.
Oh, the parts aren't going to break, but I
There you
love
go.
that they just come off. Now I can't say the same thing for skirts. Sometimes you need a jackhammer.
You just take a flat scraper and
Miracle, I
get it
got it out.
under and follow it over. But
I
here,
know.
Jim, you're talking about autofocus. Here, you want some
Hang on,
good
wait.
autofocus? Here, look at
Like,
look at
when you
wait,
see that-
look at wait, look at as I'm pulling out. Look at it, keep it in focus. Look at look at that. Look how nice that is.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
only
yeah,
go through your icon because you're not
Show off.
It's on the
Yeah.
stream. You guys can see it on the
Yeah.
stream.
All right.
Yeah, I was watching it happened
you had
about
a
20
damn-
seconds later.
There's a pull tab for that screen film or whatever. All you got to do is put it outside of the window when they put it together, so you can grab the whole of the stupid thing.
All right, Tim. We're gonna test my autofocus here. You ready?
Okay.
I'm gonna go around here. Hang on.
Don't you have it turned off?
Yeah, I gotta turn it on. Hang on.
Are you going to talk sexy to it to turn it on?
Yeah. Hey,
Ooh,
baby.
look at those luscious locks.
Dude,
Ooh.
you like that? Here. Let's see. I don't know if it's going to focus anything because there
It's
we
trying.
go.
There it goes.
Ooh, there we go.
Pull it out. Pull it out. Go back. See if it
Tim,
tracks.
Tim, you're driving this boat. You
going.
got to lock in. You got to lock it in so we can see his screen.
I
There we
clicked
go.
on mine. You guys have to click on your own end.
Yeah.
Oh, is that how they have it? set up
Yeah,
now?
that's how it is on this.
I can keep talking. My bad. So here's what I'm doing. I'm using my Canon T7i right now as my webcam. So it's not bad when I actually have it set to autofocus.
It's a little choppy though. It's not super
And if
smooth.
if I do this, let's see.
You got to pull it
Almost.
back.
What is that
You're at the
goofy
limits of the
looking symbol
focal
in
length.
middle of that map?
Keep going.
There we go.
Right about there. Yeah, so that's how mine is. Like if I push too close, like it tries to focus, but like right here is too
Right.
close. But I pull it back right about here is where I'm about 5 inches from the lens right now.
So the downfall of this is I need to figure out how to actually turn on clean HDMI because
So-
if I come here now with autofocus on, you're gonna see it's gonna lock
Yep.
on my face.
Yep.
And now it's like
And then it switched to Luke.
I picked up one of those Razor Kios. And
Sorry.
it's awesome.
So I'm actually running.
what is it?
The
The
Razor
Razor one?
Kio, the one with the ring light and the autofocus, and
Sure.
4.2.3.
it's pretty nice.
So I have the. I'm actually running the. I'm running an actual Sony A6000. This is a micro 4/3 camera with clean HDMI out going into a cam link from Elgato.
Actually, I got an A5000.
Yeah, this is the 6000. I was gonna go with the 6400, but it was gonna be $1,200 instead of 600, and I don't care about shooting in 4K. So, basically everybody was like, well, if you're not gonna shoot in 4K, just get the 6000 because the 6000 is as good for most use if you
Right.
don't care about 4K. So I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna save $600 because I'd rather almost buy a second 6000 instead of having one 6400 when I'm like, I don't care about going streaming out in 4K. It's only 4K 30. If it was 4K 60, then I might be a little more apt to be like, okay, maybe it's worth it, but I was more concerned about 1080 60 FPS.
Right.
So, and my auxiliary camera is a Logitech Brio, which is also 1080 60 FPS. So the only thing that's not 60 FPS is my camera module that's on my microscope. But that's 1080, so it's still quite acceptable. All right, so... Oh,
Hey,
man.
I just realized, sorry about that. I just realized
Hey, we got Nerys in here.
Nerys is in the house. I just looked at chat here.
There we go.
Hey, Chris.
Sorry about that, Chris. I literally just looked at chat and holy crap, Tyler's bald.
Hey, Neros.
Hey, Chris.
Hello.
You look tired, Chris.
Huh?
You look tired.
Oh, there it is. I was trying to figure out how to turn on the camera.
Oh, that was a waiting face, not a tired face. You're like, wait. That's funny.
Oh, I see.
Chris, how you doing?
All right. Keep my victims happy.
This is my like attempt at doing my own thing without using StreamYard, because I was tired of not being able to stream in 1080. And I do have a StreamYard paid subscription, but I'm probably going to cancel it, to be honest. Not that it's terrible, but it's not a big deal to feed the video, and I've got 4 monitors on this computer, so like right now the Hangouts video is...
With Hangouts going away, and Hangouts only allows 720 anyway.
Well, I could always use our business's Ring Central conference software, which is 1080.
That's true.
I could use that. That's part of our like phone package system. They bundle a ton of stuff with
Chris,
our phone system.
Chris, what time did it buy you? Like 6:30?
No, it's 10:30.
I'm just playing.
Yeah, I am going to wrap this up. It's 11:30. I'm going to wrap this up in about 30 minutes here. So
There's a cool add-on for
attempt to.
regular OBS called Stream Elements.
What's that?
Stream Elements OBS Live. It's an add-on for regular OBS, and it adds a lot of the things that
that StreamYard does.
You just said it. The Twitch version of the Streamlabs adds a lot of that functionality, templates, all kinds of crazy stuff.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, here's the thing. I switched over to Streamlabs OBS, and I'm kind of like locked into it, but I feel like I could go back to regular OBS if I just took like an hour to sit down and port over all my templates. And shout out though to Elgato though. The Stream Decks are awesome. If you guys do any sort of streaming, or even just for shortcut keys, I've got their XL now. So I got their XL
You want to
here.
spell your old one?
Aaron's got my 2 old ones. I have 2. I had 2 of the regulars, and this actually has more buttons than the 2.
Right.
I'm cheap
You did
and
like
poor.
the dual print for it too, right?
There's a
Hey, Chris.
free app called Macro Deck that lets you, if you've got an Android tablet or an Android phone, it allows you to control your OBS and your PC other functions free using a free app on your Android and on.
I thought about that because it's like, so I do like having the physical buttons here, and it's nice. But yeah, it was like I got this for like $200.
I've got a 10-inch Android tablet sitting right next to my desk, and I bring up the dashboard on that, and it looks just like a Stream Deck.
What was the program called?
Screen. It's called Macro Deck. Let me see if I can find a link, and I'll drop it in Hangouts.
Hey guys,
I found it. Macrodeck.org. MACRODECK.
Yeah, I think Kyle was trying to talk to Chris.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry.
Chris. I'm the one that you send your stream that sells you the sends you the filament money.
The what?
I was on your stream like 2 days ago.
I
was going to send you like the filament money, like the $2.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, this is the Ender 5 I was telling you about a few times on stream.
Mm-hmm.
Should be able to see the video stream.
Yeah, what's that on the end there? Is that a new hot
That's
end?
my hot end.
Oh, so you went direct drive. Nice.
Yeah, direct drive into what's clone mosquito, but I'm planning on getting the real one soon. When I
They've
get
already
X.
got clone mosquitoes.
Yeah, $60.
Mosquitoes
They're
are
extremely high-end
Imagine a
Chinese
clone being
technology.
It's actually, I'm actually built reasonably well. Actually, it's not complete garbage. Surprisingly, it's actually made out of copper. Surprisingly,
Oh, cool.
You can get V6
Yeah.
clones made out of copper too for like $30.
yeah, but it's cool.
Yeah, the titanium
like-
nozzle didn't work so well.
It actually
Yeah,
came with a
one of my
nickel-plated
suppliers-
copper nozzle.
One of my suppliers sent me a titanium nozzle. I'm like, why would I use this? The heat
Well,
transfer is terrible.
If you're using 0.4, 0.6, or probably top out at 0.6, maybe 0.8, it might work well if you're doing really high temperatures because it's titanium. But 1.2 at regular temperatures, too much heat loss.
Yeah, because titanium's the main reason for like titanium heat breaks is to throttle heat transfer.
Because it's not a good heat conductor.
Right. That's the point of titanium heat breaks. I thought about refreshing. I thought about redoing our like V6, like our version of the V6, like our V6 clone lineup to have different options like copper blocks and stuff because that's something I can get machined.
Yeah, would you ever do or nickel-plated copper nozzles?
Yeah, we've got those now for
you
the MK8, the V6, and the Volcano.
I might
But
get one.
Chris
of
is now going to complain that I don't have large enough nozzles.
Well, that brings you
Not
to
the only one. You and I both are wanting, high temp 1.2 millimeter nozzles so we can take our big size machines and go through a kilo every couple hours.
I think you underestimate how much you can crank through a 1 millimeter.
Oh, you
Well,
can
no,
put
the reason I
one-
like
1.2
1.2s is because it's a 3-to-1 ratio. I usually do 3 perimeters, and the 1.2 is 3 perimeters and 1 perimeter.
Have
While
you
the 1.0 is not.
have you tried cranking up the extrusion width though? Because I've done that on.
No, it doesn't work. Well, it works. The print will have the mechanical strength of a 1.2 millimeter nozzle,
But
if
the
you have
edge
any
is
kind of fine details, it's going to be sloppy because you have too much pressure to get that over extrusion. So if you have any kind of overhangs, they're going to be real nasty.
Yeah, I can see with the overhangs. That's a good point.
Yeah, and the slicers, once you start modding off of baseline or whatever, everything's a compromise in the algorithms. In my
Couldn't
experience.
you, deal with that
S3D
back
kind of
pressure?
freaks out with larger nozzles sometimes.
I have no problem. It
It
doesn't seem to
freaked out
care.
when I closed the print 0.6 layers with a 0.4 nozzle.
They're all you can't. You do not want to. Your max layer height should never exceed 80% of your nozzle.
I was able to
diameter.
make a base that looked good that way.
Well, you're in poor layer adhesion. That's the thing. You can do it. You can plug the numbers in, and it'll send the code. But the rule
Or
of
if you're
thumb
gonna
is
do
Oh,
that,
no, remember, he was over
so it
extruding.
counts so you get more thermal
Yeah.
bonding between layers.
yeah. So the
Actually,
rule
the base-
the rule of thumb in general with nozzles is you do not want to go a layer height that's higher than 80% of your nozzle diameter. So for a 0.4, that'd be 0.32.
Yeah.
Yes,
You know.
but that assumes you're printing at your nozzle diameter. He wasn't. He was over extruding to simulate
Yeah.
a larger nozzle diameter.
Yeah, I set
I
the
feel-
multiplier to 1.2, the makeup for the size difference. And
It'll work. It's just going to be sloppy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
it was
you're
very
screwing
strong,
with the
though.
dimensional accuracy of that print then.
I was not going for dimensional accuracy. I just wanted to make a big fat base really fast.
So I have a AlphaWise U10 here that's got a Volcano 50-watt heater, dual 5015s, and a copper plated nozzle in it.
Ooh.
And I can eat a roll of filament on that thing in 8 hours. An
That's
entire roll.
ridiculous.
Then are you on a 1 millimeter or 1.2
What? 8. That's a 0.8.
at a point?
Talking about
At a
Big
0.8.
Bertha.
Yeah, Big Bertha. You saw that. You saw the prints coming off that
Dude,
thing. You
Big-
and Cody were like, "Holy crap!"
Yeah, but
That
he's doing
thing,
volcanoes. He can get a lot of volumetric flow.
What's that?
That filament spool was
Volcano
literally
has
like
a longer
spinning.
heat transition.
So he can do a lot more volume than an MK8, for example.
Yeah, if you wanna do high flow, the Volcano heat blocks are the way to go because your entire heater's parallel, and then I pair that up with the 50-watt cartridges we sell, and so 50-watt heater Volcano with copper nozzle just equals just absolute filament decimation.
Do
Now,
you
here's
see
a
that
question
new
for you.
super volcano?
I have somebody who might be able to make me some copper nozzles. Do I need the nickel plating?
If you don't want wear resistance, no, you really don't.
What about the fact that copper tarnishes?
That might be a problem, but I haven't tested any without it. I feel like if you're pushing stuff through it, it might tarnish a little bit, but is it going to affect anything? I'm not sure.
Well, I believe
actually
like the
hoping
nickel
that
plating
the
works.
filament inside would actually prevent it from tarnishing, since it would always be filled with plastic.
That's what I'm thinking.
It's
The
not
only
gonna be
thing with
getting
the plating
oxidized
too,
much without much air getting in there.
the nice
What's
stuff
that?
with plating though, is
Oh, I
that
can't
it.
plate.
Oh, no, what I was saying is the plating too also helps prevent filament from sticking to the nozzle too, which does make that little bit of extra add on the
Lubricity.
nozzle really helps clean up your prints, because if you realize how much little stuff like wisps up and hits the nozzle, it's just a slight little detail that's an improvement on it. You don't think it's that big of a deal, but then you start printing with, you're like, oh yeah, the prints just look cleaner.
Yeah, I've
Can I
noticed
nickel
that.
plate myself?
I don't know how to nickel plate. That's why I have other people do that stuff for us. It's above my pay grade.
Yeah, the nickel plating also helps with the filament flow through the nozzle. It makes it
Yes.
smoother.
Like
Smoother,
here's
that's what I'm
the
worried
thing, Chris. You can feel like if you're manually pushing the filament into the plated nozzle versus standard brass, it feels smoother. Like
it's
you
like-
can actually feel the difference of the filament sliding out. So
It's like butter.
the
through nickel
the
plating.
combination between the copper, which transfers the heat great, and then you've got the coating, which makes the filament flow out smoother, is just a great combination for printing stuff fast. Like when I was at IRF, I think I had my feed rate, and I went uncapped my acceleration, uncapped all my shit on the firmware, and then just cranked the feed rate up to like 500% on my Ender 3 with the copper plated nozzle we sell, and I wasn't getting under extrusion. It was insane. And I was like sitting there playing with it, and I forgot I put that nozzle in because that has a prototype in it. And I was like, this should be under extruding and skipping, because there's no way. And I'm like, Doug goes, didn't you put that nozzle in there? I was like, oh yeah.
We call
Like-
it eat mode.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I mean, it's doing it. There's a video on, let me see if I can pull it up on here.
Well, that brings
but
up the other
it was
question.
cruising.
Are the threads on a volcano nozzle the same as the threads on an MK8?
Yes, they're M6
Same.
by 1.
Same
So
thread,
can I
but if you
It's
want a
long.
nozzle that's
Volcano?
effectively using the heat zone, you need the actual longer volcano nozzles, because they have
Chris, you can
they're-
take if you extend your part fan cooling duct to go lower, you can absolutely put a volcano block on the lower portion of like a Creality hot end or anything. It's all
Oh,
the same.
sure I
thread.
can. I just don't want to pay for that 50 times.
Here, this was me screwing around with the printer at IRF.
And how
Like,
come I can't see you when you're talking? All I get is a Tim Hoogland icon.
because the webcam's tied up with OBS.
Oh,
But if you look at the stream, like I had this thing cruising, and you can see.
Actually,
there's
I
a
bought
20-second
your.
delay to the stream.
What's that? Yeah,
Actually,
there's a delay with the stream, but you
Hey,
can
Tim.
see it was cruising. Like I was like, wow, this should be skipping. I was like, oh, so basically the combination between that geared extruder we got on there, that's our Titan clone, which is we brand as a tough extruder. Between that and that nozzle, it was just insane.
I'm already
There we
hitting this updater. So I just went to update the firmware on the palette. So it came with file or the firmware 4.2.3.
there we
So
go.
it's going all the way up to 9.0.9. But first, it says the update 1 through 3 is 100%, but then it says error writing to COM port, invalid handle.
Do you have something
transfer.
connected to the COM port?
Your
Like a slicer?
open?
Luke, you have to chug a beer if that's the case. If you made a rookie mistake.
Well, I had Simplify running, but not.
That's
Simplify
where you
will
Michelob
connect to
Ultra.
the COM port automatically.
Yeah, I'm closing it.
Oh,
Ding, ding,
go
ding.
chug a beer right now.
Oh,
Right now.
man.
Right now. That's a
Oh,
party
I
foul.
don't drink, so that's just not gonna happen. But
Then go.
Hey,
Chug a keto drink.
Then go eat some potato chips or something.
I think Michelob
this,
Ultra is somewhat keto friendly, so he should be good.
So hey guys,
I heard that the
all
new
this
Corona
keto
one.
talk-
is-
Oh, hang on, Jim's trying to talk.
all this keto talk made me switch over to this copper filament, and now I'm printing a giant low poly vase.
And just remember, my political concept for fixing the country is very keto friendly.
Yeah, you just
Eating
eat them
people?
all.
Yeah.
All right. So do you guys want to see
Where do
me
we-
fail at doing a resin print?
Yeah.
Hey,
Because I am super noob at resin printing. I've got a couple prints under my belt, but in terms of actually knowing what I'm doing, I have very limited experience. So let's watch me spill resin everywhere when I try to load this
so
up.
let me just change my camera back. I got to throw this out there.
What?
Ryan, Mr. Buttram said, "Where do we stand on a super volcano?" I would say not over the edge.
I think it's ridiculous. I think especially with the new all these copper nozzles, because there's we've got them, E3D's got them. There's a bunch of manufacturers. I think that
Right.
coupled with a high watt heater and even a copper block, if you want to go even further, I don't know. It's like diminishing returns. You know what I mean?
Maybe for 3 millimeter
I'm gonna
filament.
find out the maximum flow of I have the Mosquito Magnum with the 1.2 nozzle. I had to go to Winson for one because none of the other makers are making them.
Tyler, you ready?
So I've got a 50 watt heater cartridge on it, and we're gonna find out how much nylon Ultim and Peak we can
All right.
push through that.
Are you
Okay,
using
you
Resin?
nerds. Okay, nerds. Which resin are we putting in here? I got white, red, gray, and orange. What are we putting in here? I'm printing like a little miniature.
Orange.
Only because I got orange running on my printer up there.
Okay.
I
This
don't
is
know
mono.
that.
So the nice thing is,
I'm not an
most of
orange
these
PET.
resins, I don't know if it says a wavelength on here, but most of these resins all have the same wavelength, meaning I can use the same resin in my monoprice and my Photon.
Nice.
That's convenient.
Most of them should be 405.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean they cure the same though.
No,
No,
that is true. That's what
not
I'm
at
saying.
all.
So I'm gonna have to do some calibration here. There is a nice spreadsheet online, and if you
Can
you
you
guys are
overview
watching
the-
here, these printers are sitting on the nice TH3D a smack mat here. Keep the
Yeah.
resin off
Hey,
my
Reality's sending me their new resin printer.
Wanhouse sending me their new resin printer.
Yeah, I found out
Cool.
that I'm going to be
Oh God, look at
doing the
Oh,
for
no.
that one too. Chris.
I just
Hopefully,
my,
it's got a matrix LED array.
I tore my glove.
Um,
That was like
all
I'm getting
I'm
some
hoping
airflow.
for is it works. Yeah.
Hey, Tim,
What's up?
was that the first time the rubber broke on you?
Yes, it is. And actually, it's nitrile, not rubber, Jim.
Tim must have a latex allergy.
No, nitrile is really durable typically. It's
I
actually the
got
first
orange
one.
gloves.
Yeah, Tyler, you ready? Tyler, you ready? Watch the stream.
Are you using lube at least?
No, you don't use lube with a resin printer. What is wrong with you?
Nice.
I thought people were spraying PTFE lube on the vat, and it was helping.
Really? What?
That's
For
what I've
what?
heard. That they're
That's-
putting
Oh,
on
to
the
release-
As a release
I've-
agent.
I've read of people doing it as well, but to me, it's kind of
I can't get anything to
counterproductive.
stick to silicone in the first place. So I
Not
don't
really.
know.
You don't want it to stick to the
Right?
Uh,
Yeah.
film.
But you're pouring liquid in there after you've put
Yeah.
the lube on the on the.
Well, apparently they spray it
sheet.
on and wipe it off, and it leaves a coating or something.
Well,
Oh, you're
All right,
talking
so
about
let's do it.
the other thing.
Jesus.
Shake, shake, shake,
There we
shake,
go.
shake it.
All right. Oh, look at that. See, this is why you wear gloves. Look, I already got some on me.
Yeah.
We're just gonna
So-
set that right here.
so, Chris,
See, look at
you-
silicone mat. You just put it right here. Who cares if it gets on here?
Chris, you got one of the Wham Bam mats, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I
This
got another
mat,
one
this giant ass mat I have.
coming.
Wham bam.
I have
Um,
another one coming. Amy has some now too.
Yeah,
So-
I saw that, but she doesn't have orange.
So this giant ass mat that's under these two resin printers here was $14 on Amazon.
I think the wham bams are 20.
Yeah, and they're half
Hey.
the size of this.
When you turn S3D off, you get a success message.
All
That was
right,
good.
hang on. Tools. Let me move Z home.
All right, guys. I tell you what,
All right.
I think I'm gonna cash it for the night.
Yeah, I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call it in a couple minutes here. So if anybody's
Dude, your
got
video
anything
is
to
really
say,
clean.
So before we all blitz, because everybody does need to at some point.
What'd you
We
say,
need,
Chris?
to do, We need to
Your
do
video
this
is
more.
really clean.
It doesn't have to be live streamed through necessarily through TH3D, although that's fine. But
I see how
we
it
should
is,
get
Luke.
together more because it's a lot of fun getting together. I'm just
It
saying we
is.
need to do it.
Boom.
I've been trying to get Tim to do the Heat Break episode 4 for like the last month and a half now.
Yeah.
but-
Yeah, I started out. I got in on two.
That's
of
how
the
this
first
started,
three with the heat
Tyler.
break, and then I got blacklisted. I don't know what I did, but
You got your social credit wasn't high enough, Luke.
See.
yeah, I know. I don't have enough street cred.
And you guys play
No,
with the
your
Mavic
social
Mini?
credit, your Chinese social credit.
This thing is pure evil.
All right, so I got this in here. I'm gonna I'm gonna be fumbling through this, so but I got the stuff in here. I got that in there, so I zeroed it out already over there. So I think we're good. I'm gonna go watch some tutorials. Imagine that. I'm gonna actually watch how to do something to make sure I'm doing things correctly.
That's dangerous. I haven't watched anything on the palette too, but I do have the firmware updated. I knew enough to do that. So
Well, that's my Photon. Do you like my warning labels on the printers? It says always wear gloves.
frick.
So,
Ultimaker Kira is launching out of the blue. I never even told it to open.
actually here. So this is actually a print off my Monoprice resin printer. If you guys will see it. So this has been washed and cured. This is the first print. This is just their test print. Real nice. Like I was actually
cute.
pretty impressed. A little piggy. So
I like the way it looks almost like a 2-color print.
yeah, because like the clear resins, when
Yellow.
there's more density, they kind of yellow out. But like I have one other print here from the this is from the Photon. I did this on the Photon a while ago. Look at that ass. This is like so insanely detailed. It's crazy. But this was
Nice.
done on the Photon.
Actually, I think that little pig is more impressive. It's just a really nice looking little print.
It just reminds you of bacon. Don't lie.
Here's what happens
And
when you,
demonetized.
when you start getting low on resin in the
geez.
vat and pour the wrong color in.
Hey, if it works, send it.
It came out pretty cool though, actually.
Pull it back a little. Your light's kind of
Yeah.
blowing it out.
Oh, hang on.
Right, it's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that.
Nice.
What are you guys using for you guys that have resin printers? What are you using for slicers? I have Chi2 box installed. Is that pretty much the
I love
standard?
G2 box.
G2
so
boxes.
much better than the game with the micro.
I have to use the longer wear with mine, but I use Chi2 box to prep them first, and then I export them and pull them into the longer wear.
Yeah, so what I mean by I'm a total noob, I understand how to use a software. The thing I need to get is perfecting how to use supports. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's hard.
That's where I had to. And the thing I discovered real quick is do some research on good recipes for your individual resins because they're all a little different.
Yeah, so what I just poured in here was the Monoprice brand orange. So, but I
now we
also have
different
some
versions
from.
that are people blending different manufacturers and coming up with recipes and crap.
Well, by recipe, you've got initial burn-in time for the first couple of layers. They usually they burn those longer,
Yeah, so you get adhesion.
so
Yeah,
you get adhesion to the deck.
I got a spreadsheet with a large list of brands.
Is it a Google one? Because I think I have the
Yeah.
same one.
Oh, that'd be
It's
cool.
the Anycubic Photon resin setting.
Oh yeah, that
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
Do you know if the
Also,
Monoprice printer
yeah.
will work with Chi2 box?
I'm pretty sure it works with it. I think. it
Yeah.
should.
Also, there's a validator program you can use for Photon files. I know for sure that you can check if you missed a pixel on your supports. It'll highlight every layer for you, and you can go and manually turn on a pixel or turn off a pixel.
I feel like I need to do like a series on. Yeah, I found that Photon resin. So I'm gonna post this in the chat. So here's the thing, it's really weird. I'm trying to like post in Streamlabs, but I have to go to like a window where I actually have the stream open. But that's the document we're talking about, where it's got all the resin settings. So your layer height, normal exposure time, off time, bottom exposure, and how many bottom layers. So basically, it tells it. So like bottom exposure on some of these, like 60 seconds per layer, 8 bottom layers. So, and that's what they're talking about, where it will. Oh, somebody's mic is sounding like cancer right now.
Open.
Okay. Basically, what it's saying is, so you got your bottom 8 layers. And those are each going to be exposed at 60 seconds, and your normal exposure time is going to be 10 seconds. So, and that's done to get better adhesion and bonding on your first few layers. So, I'm not totally green to this stuff, but I'm also not an expert on resin. I'm pretty green to this, so that's why I wanted to stream doing some upgrades on this, and kind of made it a hangout. So I'll probably do some more streaming on me fumbling.
I'm a total noob, but I do know that of all of the I admin or mod all of the Facebook groups, and their resin printing one. They have no. I have traffic at all, so they must be doing okay with that.
Yeah. So that's about it. But you guys can stay on Hangouts for a sec. I'm just gonna mute you guys and. Okay, go ahead.
Don't forget to come check us out Monday at 6 p.m. Shameless plug on the Edge of Tech. We're giving away.
Jim, you want to switch your camera?
Oh yeah. Well, I was showing you how fast this thing's rocking now, man.
This printer's talking to us, guys.
That thing is moving. Hang on, I'll switch it over. That TH3D firmware. I tell you,
they really updated their game.
They did a good job on the V2. It's a nice machine,
right?
Secure that wire to the bottom tube, Jim. Like get out the zip ties.
6 p.m. right here on the not right here because we're on Tim's channel, but 6 p.m. here at the Edge of Tech on Monday night. 5,000 subscriber giveaway. We got at least 2 printers. Tim's got some stuff coming from TH3D, I think. Hint, hint. And then we have a ton of prizes. So come check us out. If you're not subscribed, you got to be a subscriber to win. So shameless plug there.
Jim's a good guy. Yeah, plug whatever you guys want. Oh wait, that's the Photon group. I meant to copy Jim's channel. Hang on. Let me try that again. Here we go. Here's Jim's channel. Everybody go check out Jim's channel here.
Do it.
Do it now.
Don't go check out my channel. I don't have enough videos yet.
You have a channel?
The edgiest of tech is coming.
Yeah, my channel is One Bad Marine. And I actually have a couple of useful videos, but I need to do a lot more.
I thought you just had Jim do all your bitch work.
It's not quite like that, but he definitely did the pertinent points of the guide when I didn't have time to do them, and I appreciate that.
I appreciate you letting me doing it.
Yeah.
You had Jim Central Time, right?
What was Central Time, 6 p.m. Central.
Is that a fireball sitting next to your printer?
This? Yes, baby.
Looks like a rocket.
Did you buy an A-net? I hear those come with the A-nets. Not the new ones. The new ones actually have thermal protection. Just the old models. That's like a free gift when you order from AliExpress.
I was so afraid of my old A-net A8. I sold it to this poor sap on Facebook Marketplace. I couldn't believe it. He gave me $100 for the thing. I mean, it was running and everything, but he gave me $100. I felt bad for
$100 for an A8's not bad, just for parts.
It was running. I actually had a Volcano, aftermarket Volcano hot end on it and stuff. It was a decent machine. I'd never figured out how to turn on the thermal runaway and all that crap.
So this is the problem. I try to end a stream and then we go off on tangents. Because I'm like getting ready to talk about my brother's A8 build.
Hey, there's still like 52 people watching, so
man,
right.
There's at least that means there's 52 people.
Chris hasn't got to have the experience, or Nerese hasn't got the experience of building his first A-net A8. He still has to do it. That's a rite of passage.
I feel like everybody should.
I built a T-Bone Tarantula for my first.
That's almost as bad. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
I will say the A8 was better than the original Tarantula.
Yeah, I built the
Mine
OG
was actually
Tarantula.
worse. I didn't build my A-net A8. I got it for $50 off of Marketplace. And I would have been better off to have gotten the original parts kit because that thing was a disaster. The dude had it so screwed up. it was a miracle that it even moved.
Hang
like,
on. I have, if you guys, I don't know how far back you guys have gone to my videos. But like before TH3 was even a thing. Like here, I'm going to pull this up so people can see. Like there's some old videos where like my A8 and it's got 43,000 views. And it's just some shitty camera video of me with my ANET A8 printing Bowden. And of course, YouTube for some reason is just not buffering my videos.
That was my first substantial mod to the A8 was get a decent backplate on it, put a E3D V6 Volcano clone, and then Bowden that son of a bitch so that it would actually work.
Yeah, there's some really old videos, and there was me printing ABS before I realized I needed an enclosure. You know what's fun is loading ABS into your printer when you think it's PLA, and then starting a print to run overnight, and then waking up in the morning to a giant ball of spaghetti.
Do the same thing when you're starting up PLA, but you put in PET-G instead.
That's not as bad.
I managed to print ABS on bare glass, open frame, without lifting.
Well, it's not the lifting; it's the layer adhesion. I've people.
Oh, it was solid.
Well, if you print, it doesn't matter if you pull the print off. The thing is, a print with ABS printed without an enclosure versus one with an enclosure, the one with the enclosure is going to be significantly stronger. It's I've thoroughly tested that. You know,
but it depends on the size of your print too.
Well, if you're doing a tiny little, do a small
at
part.
120-degree heat bed, you can create a little bubble of hot air around the print, and it acts like an enclosure.
Well,
right?
I mean,
if you're under about 40 millimeters, you're good, but much above that, and then you're
like I was printing larger stuff, like 150.
Nose cone.
I've determined that for my farm, ABS stinks and sucks, so I don't use it.
We've got.
It didn't have a smell.
We've got.
Then
you're immune to it. Then you're immune to it because it smells like ass. Or what you were printing wasn't actually ABS because ABS smells like ABS.
Might have been PET-G.
Hey,
no, it had an ABS smell to it, but you had to stick your nose like in the printer to smell it.
So, anyways, I'm gonna wrap this up because it's midnight already. I'm gonna try to stick to. I was up to go back and look. I was true until 5 a.m. yesterday.
Yeah.
I thought your one late stream was the end. I went to bed. I wake up in the morning and there's another 5.5 hour stream.
But I'm gonna end this. I appreciate everybody stopping by. I appreciate everybody who's joining right now. So I will see everybody later. I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream. People in Hangouts, you can hang out for a second. We'll remain in here. But anyways, everybody, thank you for stopping by. Hope you had fun. Hope you learned something with all this madness going on. And as always, happy